Why do you say that?
I don't know. I didn't think you'd get the reference.
Why not?
I don't know. I didn't know how close up to how on par you were with your WWE 2018 lingo. 18?
Give me
18 lingo.
Quiz me. Next
Quiz
question.
you?
I know that one, obviously. Yeah. Quiz me about wrestling stuff.
For right now, or just from like
2018 specifically, apparently.
2018 specifically. Okay.
And Josh, if this question isn't from 2018, he's wrong, no matter what the question is.
He'll call me out for this. Okay. Who was the very first WWE United Kingdom champion?
United Kingdom?
Mm-hmm.
It's not even in America. Why does that matter?
It's WWE and it's wrestling.
It's Saudi money. I'm gonna go with Kofi Kingston. Next question. Really? Was it? Right. Wait, hold on. Who's close to Kofi Kingston?
No, I was
Who
just
was
being
it?
polite. It was Tyler Bate.
That's not a real wrestler.
Big strong boy, baby.
I don't think that's a real. I think honestly, Josh, get in here. I think most of the time you guys are just making shit up.
No, because Tyler Bate was one half of the greatest tag team ever, Mustache Mountain, and they would pose like this.
And 1/3 of one of the greatest trios ever in British strong style.
Who's the other one?
Pete Dunne and Trent Seven.
Yes, thank you. I couldn't remember what his tag team partner.
Those aren't real names.
Yeah, they are.
But they're not good wrestling names.
Oh, dude.
I think some of them are actually real names, except Trent Seven. Trent Seven's obviously not a real name, but I think Pete Dunne's real name is Pete Dunne.
Real, and so is Tyler Bates.
How did they get to do that in the WWE? I thought they owned everybody's names. Do they own?
That's also why Walter, one of the greatest big men going today, is now called Gunther. And it's the dumbest thing on the place.
Also, because it's subjectively more hilarious.
Yeah, well, it is funnier for sure. Yeah.
Here's another one. Pete Dunne is actually now going just by Butch.
Okay, that got worse.
What?
Yes, it did.
I don't like Butch.
Yeah.
Where's he at? Where's he wrestling?
He's wrestling on SmackDown right now.
Oh, I hate his face.
Pete Dunne? Yeah,
but Pete Dunne would go like this.
His name's Pete England.
Pete Dunne held the belt in his mouth.
Yeah.
Pete Dunne's not his real name.
Long ways, like corn.
Wait, what's his last name?
Peter Thomas England is an English professional wrestler, better known in the ring as Pete Dunne.
Wait, his last name is English, and he's English?
His last name is England, and he's English.
Fucked
up. I don't know how you get that. Is that like secret royalty then, since you're named after the country?
Well, I think it would be more like, hear me out. Pete England is a better wrestling name than Pete Dunne.
I agree.
I don't know.
It's not even close, I don't think.
I wonder if someone in Progress Wrestling thought, no, this is too weird. You have to normalize it a little bit or something like that. And if that's the case, Pete Dunne should have stretched their ass.
I also think that it's kind of like Pete Dunne is like if Hardcore Holly and Daniel Bryan had a baby, and that Pete England is not necessarily like a good, like, that's almost like a William Regal character, not a hardcore like submission specialist.
Yeah, what's very on par with that one is first off, Bryan Danielson will ruin you and hurt you in many ways, and Hardcore Holly just hurts you from being physical. Yeah,
Bryan Danielson's that's an accountant.
I think
that's his real name, though.
Yeah, but that's a terrible name.
I think that was the best analogy. That was the best mashup analogy. Like, Greg's still thinking about it. Like, it's still like hitting him now how good of an analogy that was.
In my head, that is a terrifying wrestler. Yeah.
So it's
Bryan Danielson and Hardcore Holly had a baby.
Say Daniel Bryan because people know that more.
The concussion guy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And Hardcore Holly was like peak Attitude Era, where he had like the other Hollies. There was like Crash Holly and Molly Holly and
Molly Holly.
So original.
Yeah.
and then she became the Hurricane sidekick.
She's a woman, Molly. So let's flip the W and put that on the front of the name, and nobody will notice. Molly Holly.
You would fit in great in WWE creative in the 2000s, but just
I think I could I could have done it. I'm just throwing it out there. I saw this TikTok that was basically like using names of WWE shows for AI generated images, and they had to try to guess, and whoever got it first. It was very funny, but it made me realize almost all of the names are terrible.
Yeah. There's been stories about I remember Sasha Banks, now Mercedes Moné, said that when she was submitting names to creative to come up with, she submitted like 15 different names, and they took the first name from one name and the last name from another name, and that's how she got Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks is a great name.
It is a great name.
One question that we can crack open to get started. Did Greg Moe comes in from Chipper?
That will probably be a Monday thing because I will be out of town this weekend, so that will wait till Monday. And my lawn is perfectly fine, unlike my brother's, who's fucking atrocious.
Whoa!
Greg has sworn more than both of us already twice today.
I know. Did you start drinking early? What happened?
He's like, man, it's 4:20, so I'm gonna get crazy loose and wild.
Whoa!
No, watch out! I was fuzzy this morning, if that counts for something. So
yeah, you drank a beer last night, huh?
I did drink a good bit. It was a Trogs happy hour at Fuel and Fuddle before the AEW show, so I got a little.
Safe. That is not.
Who picked that happy hour?
That's not okay.
We're gonna do the Mad Elf happy hour down the road tomorrow. All right,
350 drafts, man. I don't care. I was happy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Super Tape. 3, 2, 1, action!
So
I will tell you right now, though, I went out and strictly bought a bunch of Corona after our light beer draft.
Yes.
I wanted. I couldn't explain it. I just wanted it so bad.
I love how that's the one that you crave too. It was the Corona one specifically.
Oh, it's because it's the best one. Great, come on.
So here's
fair.
I almost bought Landshark today, solely from our draft. But I
wish you were wearing a Hawaiian shirt now just for that.
I packed it. On. I did too good of a job packing. Everything's already packed. We don't move for a month.
Yeah, but
anyway, way to get ahead of the
curve. Doing anything, Josh? Right?
Yeah,
that's
right.
fair.
Literally not. Can we revisit something from
maybe
a couple of shows ago?
Yeah.
So a couple of shows ago, when this whole challenge or punishment rather started, the debate about what is one beer.
Yeah.
Right. I think I figured it out.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
We did the mathematics on this. I'm impressed.
Nope. Greg, if you were hoping for mathematics, I really am going to disappoint you. Okay. So everything that is served in a single container is one beer. Whether it's a pitcher, a stein, a pounder, can, whatever, a boot, whatever, it's one beer. Where the delineation comes in is that a can is an average beer. A pounder is a fun-sized beer. A stein is a German-sized beer. And a pitcher is a dad-sized beer.
And a growler is Lawrenceville.
And a growler is a Lawrenceville-sized beer.
And a crowler is a Lawrenceville beer on the go.
That's a Southside beer.
A crowler? No. Really?
Yeah, Fatheads.
Oh, good point.
And double wide.
I love that, Josh, very much. And it made me think of kind of the purpose of it. And I just poured 2 into this, and it's now 1.
I love it. Logic.
Which is what you have is a German-sized beer. That's all.
With a Mexican-style beer as well, so it worked out very well.
Dog on it.
Shout out Bean.
Shout out Bean. The other thing I was thinking of is how quickly the rise and fall of crowlers and growlers happened. Like, every bar had a growler. Yep. Every bar. I would be hard pressed for you to find one person carrying around a growler in today's world. You still did have not one. Once. I was there for a whole weekend. You did not once.
Mm-hmm. No. You know what?
We went to the brewery next to the
We were at the breweries. That's why. Yeah. We weren't hanging out at my house.
Touche. Yeah, if we were at your house, that's fair. That's fair. So, like, it brings up the question: have you guys ever filled up a growler for like a party or something? Because I went, but that's the thing is, I don't know why, but I think it's weird. Like, I bring closed 6-packs of really good beers or 4-packs of pounders of really good beers. Somebody has a growler of beer. The last time I did was Ping's bachelor party because that's what they just did. I don't know. I find it weird. I feel like it loses the bubbles, and I get mad at it.
Yeah, it's not for sharing. That's not.
No,
that's not why
I have to drive home, but I want to drink more.
Yeah, this is just
fill up my container.
It's one beer.
Yeah, and the other thing too is that it kind of goes bad really quickly. You almost have to drink the whole growler in a day and a half, or else like if you try in a night, and that's a lot. Because usually if you're filling a growler of something, it's usually some strong shit. I have no desire to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I filled a growler. I put my dog in my backpack, and I rode my bicycle into the woods with all my friends. We got really drunk.
So you did fill it up for a party then, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that is different.
And I just drank it though. It was not a sharing situation.
Everyone's like, "Hey guys, let's collect leaves and rocks," and Josh is like, "I'm gonna get wasted."
Yeah.
Wait a second, Josh. Did you drink it from the growler? So did you just like pour it, like have it like awkwardly held in your hand, and was just like drinking it Pinky like out, a gallon? You did a gallon challenge with a beer.
No, because this growler is it's a Stanley's. Do you know what Stanley's like camping equipment is? It's like the green.
It's like the basic bitch water mug right now.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
it's got like a unicorn on it.
Like I don't think
it's got some kind of horse with wings.
It might have a horse with wings. Yeah. Anyway,
it's called Pegasus. Just saying.
I said that.
Yeah, I guess that is the logo. Anyway, so Stanley's, it's a growler, so it's insulated.
Sorry, I swore once, Greg.
And it's like it's like it's sealed. It's not a screw-on cap. It collapses
it's a griffin.
Down. Oh, it's a griffin.
I think.
Oh, that's dope.
I think you're right.
I'm gonna figure this out.
I don't know. So anyway, that's not really like something you can just like gallon chug.
Okay.
It's a bear with wings.
It's a bear with wings? This continues.
Wait, what's
You guys keep going.
What kind of fucking Pokemon is this?
I'm now fascinated. What the hell is like the mythical creature that's a bear with wings?
Oh wait, the Stanley beer story.
Stanley beer?
For 105 years, Stanley has been known as a classic symbol of being built for, I don't care about that, about the mythical bear. The original bear system was born from folklore. The Stanley brand, a recurring character in many of the stories we hear from the community. We made this debut in the crown and lightning bolts around it. It's not okay, so it is lightning bolts. It's not wings, it's lightning bolts.
That I'm looking at it right now. Those are fucking wings.
Those are fucking wings.
Those are
dude.
fucking wings.
So what? It's a bear that Zeus created or something, basically?
Where are the lightning bolts?
The guy created it.
Huh.
His name is Stan. That's a great wrestling name.
I've been on like a Greek mythology kick for a while, and now I just have like different images of weird creatures in my head lately, and this is just confounding me even more.
He made his debut with the crown and lightning bolt. What story had a bear with wings, Greg?
No, none. Like that's like the point. Now I hear this other. Yeah, this is why I'm like thrown off now, because now I want to like understand what the hell type of creature this is, because I'm reading a book called Stone Blind, which is like a retelling of Medusa's origin. So now I just have like I just keep thinking about these like creatures now based on how the book is describing them. So now this is something that's bothering me that I need to like figure out.
Reading a book, Greg.
Yeah.
I got peer pressured
too.
You got peer pressured by who? Origin? Your girlfriend you've been lying to us about?
Your dog?
No. Well, I wish I had a dog. That's fair. No. What?
You know
what? I wish I had a dog.
That's a new thing.
We're bad friends too,
I wish I had a dog.
We didn't ask him about that networking event. We should have. Do you want to move into?
I'll tell you after the show. I'll tell you after the show.
I was there for that. What do you mean you'll tell me after the show? The networking event.
We didn't ask how
it went though.
I thought he was saying I didn't know about it. I was like, I said
no.
We're bad friends.
No.
Why did you want a dog?
I'll tell you after the show. I wish I had a dog, is the point.
I know. Since when? I'm sorry. Let's just do the show. You
sorry.
lied to us.
Since I dog sat, I wish I had a dog, and now I'm like, I don't know. I still am like thinking about if I can afford one.
I'll say a dog, like, $20.
Can't afford new internet. You can't afford a dog. I'm telling you right now.
No, not now. After Tuesday, not now. So,
all right.
True.
Here comes the Hockey Talk intro. All right. So last week, Greg and I got in a heated debate about Jim Rutherford and Ron Hextall.
I would like to pick a side before you do it too. I'm going to side with Greg.
You're going to say that he did not have enough time.
I have not. Yeah, and I have not seen the stats. I just know you have them, so I'm just throwing that out there. I'll side with Greg. So.
Okay, that's fine. So the debate was whether or not Hextall had enough time, and that the whole reason he was supposed to be here was that he was supposed to refill the farm system to help us build another championship team before the big three retire. Okay. He was fired after 2 years and 2 drafts. He had the 2021 draft and the 2022 draft. So what I did was I went back and I found all of Jim Rutherford's trades and drafts from his first 2 years as GM. And then I found Hextall's, all of his trades and drafts for the first 2 years. Okay. So here's the stats. Here's the cold hard facts. All right. Ron Hextall trades. Jeff Carter, Ricard Raquel, Jeff Petrie, Ryan Poehling, Mikael Granlund, Nick Bonino, Dmitry Kulikov. Okay. Drafts. Owen Pickering, who's our number 1 prospect right now. Zam Plant, he was taken. So Owen Pickering was taken in the first round. Zam Plante, I'm gonna say Plant is probably his last name, just based on history. Was taken in the 5th round. In 2021, he took Tristan Braz, who was the 2nd round pick. We did not have a 1st round pick that year, and Isaac Bevelier, who was taken in the 5th. Those are the best prospects right now in our system that Hextall drafted. Okay. If you want to go on trade grades, Carter was a B, right? He came in, was pretty good, but really tailed off at the end. Ricard Raquel's an A. Petrie is a C. Poehling is a C+. Granlund's a D. Nick Bonino's a D. And Kulikov is a D, right? Because the last 3 really just didn't impact at all.
I'm surprised you didn't bring up the Marino and Matheson trades.
So I only looked at what was brought in.
Okay.
Because what was sent away is tough. Also, to be quite frank, and I was going to bring this up after this part of the debate, if you look at what Rutherford sent away in the last 3 years, we would be winning the Stanley Cup. We would have been the Boston Bruins this year. It's insane. So Rutherford's first 2 years, he brings in Patrick Hornquist, Ian Cole, Ben Lovejoy, Phil Kessel, Nick Bonino, Trevor Daley, Carl Hagelin, and Justin Schultz. I would dare you to find anybody that's a B+ or lower off that list.
In terms of guys that, in terms of that list, okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Greg's like just in general?
Yeah, in general.
Yeah, easy. Michael Jordan? Yeah,
Michael Jordan, B+. Yeah. B+ player, Daniel Bryan. The drafts, his best 4 draft picks in his first 2 years. 2014, he took Kasperi Kapanen first round. He took Sam Lafferty in the 4th. 2015, he took Daniel Sprong in the 2nd and Dominic Simone in the 5th. Tough.
So I would like to say, Greg, if we lost that, Josh has to include going out trades.
You want to? I mean,
that's fair.
So those are the stats, and obviously, the drafts. Owen Pickering is supposed to really develop into. He's a big mobile defenseman. Has great puck skills. Could become a guy down the line that's really big for us. Tristan Braz Bros is the top line center.
It's Bros now, whether it's not.
Yeah, it's B-R-O-Z. It's B-R-O-Z.
Bros. Oh, yeah.
That's Bros.
So Tristan Bros, which now when we say it like that, he should be playing lacrosse. He is top 6 forward at DU right now. So some of these guys could turn into things, but when you look at Kasperi Kapanen, Sam Lafferty, Daniel Sprong, and Dominic Simone are all playing. Yeah. Well, not necessarily Dominic Simone, but the other 3 are playing big minutes on teams they currently play on. Unfortunately, none of them play for the Penguins. If you'd like to hear the outgoing list, which was ugly. And I also, Greg, just because I know you're going to be like, well, realistically, the salary cap, I also have the salary cap hit for all these guys in case you're like, hey, we couldn't have kept him because.
I can't wait to hear this.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear this. Go ahead.
So if Rutherford had held pat on any of his decisions he made, here's who would be on the roster. Keep in mind that everyone that I'm about to list was not traded for somebody who I want to keep on the current roster, or like basically there's no way that they could have still made the trade no matter what, is what I'm trying to say. Whether it was draft picks or prospects or whatever, everyone could still be a Pittsburgh Penguin. Ryan Reeves, Ian Cole, Philip Gustafson, who's a goalie, Derek. Because we definitely didn't need any fucking goalies.
We have really good goalies.
Yeah, we have really good goalies. We have a disc golfer as a goalie. Nick Bukestad, Jared McCann. We currently do have Pierre-Olivier Joseph, so we could still keep POJ. John Marino, Jason Zucker, who we have, Evan Rodriguez, Michael Matheson, and still would have been able to trade for Rickard Rakell.
That's damning.
We could have had that roster.
Greg. Why'd you lose us this?
I don't know.
Fair.
There's many things that I'm very glad that Josh brought up in that one, because the conversation that was brought up last week is that, and you can even read a lot of Pittsburgh articles from this past week, and update compared to last week's show, they did fire Brian Burke and Ron Hextall and Chris Pryor. So it's a full clean house right there. If you want to read a great article about it, go read Josh Yohe in The Athletic, because he absolutely eviscerated Ron Hextall. But he also eviscerated the fact that he is just – I didn't realize how much inaction Ron Hextall didn't do. You know, it's kind of like Hextall was essentially – it was interesting. So, like, they brought in Burke to be the president of hockey operations, and they brought in Hextall to be the GM. They're kind of like conflicting personalities almost. Burke is like very much like the guy who was supposed to be up front, very vocal, like being like the face of the organization. And Hextall is going to be the guy that made all the moves and tried to like build what he was. But it almost but I also think the sale to FSG kind of screwed them a little bit, because Hextall was brought in, like Josh said, he was brought in to maintain a cup window, but also rebuild the system that Rutherford essentially kind of gutted to a degree. But although I also believe Rutherford didn't really do a good job building the system to begin with, but that's in another conversation in a second. So having those conflicting opinions and conflicting like goals in mind, you don't kind of realize how bad the Pens were snake bitten to begin with, because it's kind of like Hextall was being asked to do something that he wasn't initially hired to do, and Burke didn't necessarily even do his job either. So moving forward, I'm interested to see what changes FSG wants to make. I just want a solid plan in general. But Josh, the thing that fascinated me, and I'm glad you brought up what you did. So I spent a portion of my day listing every single draft pick that Jim Rutherford made in his time as GM. I also listed every single entry-level contract that he signed. The ones that are highlighted are ones that Ray Shero drafted, so I'm not giving him credit for that.
Fine.
You yelled at me and Josh because you were working out, and we bothered you about sports, and you did this today?
I did it at 4 o'clock today, yeah. So these are all of the draft picks that Hextall had, and then these are all of the entry-level contracts with the ones highlighted are ones that Jim Rutherford drafted. So there's some logic with the system in there. Okay. Now, if I'm looking at just Jim Rutherford's draft picks, in 7 years of the draft, he had 2 first-round picks that he used.
Right.
One was Kasperi Kapanen, which he used to get Phil Kessel.
Yep.
And the other one is Sam Poulin. Jury's still out on him. So you give up all...
yes. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of what's his nuts in the Kraken who scored 30 goals this year. Never mind.
Oh, so looking at that, and then I'm just going through the list of guys that he drafted, and just guys that were actually, I consider good talents. Phil Gustafson being one. You know,
one?
Zachary
He had 30 wins this year.
I know, but I'm talking about just guys he drafted.
All right.
Like, aside from that, Bud, like if you look at this list of the 7 years of guys, there should be at least a handful of guys that have either worked their way through the system or were used as tradable assets to get more guys. And some of them were tradable. Kalen Addison is one that counts for it. So is Gustafson to that extent as well. But in 7 years' time, there's still barely anything in the farm system to be able to.
Just out of curiosity, how many did you count that you were like, this was a good pick or a good signing?
Okay, so signings, that's tricky because there's guys that are drafted by Shiro that technically were signed by Rutherford. So it's a mixed bag. But in terms of college free agents, though, Sherry I'll give you credit for because that was a fine. Dominic Simone I'll give you credit for. Bluger, he signed. Jake Gensel, he technically signed, but he was also a draft pick from Shiro.
Yep.
Zach Aston Reese was a very good sign. I'll give you that. But after that, it's a little rough. John Marino was a trade, so I'll give you that. Drew O'Connor, I like. Yep. That's still, and I like him a lot. But man, here's what I'll say. Jim Rutherford was just excellent at wanting to make changes and wanting to make trades and wanting to better the team right away. But I truly believe Jim Rutherford did not have a plan. I don't believe Jim Rutherford had a plan. I believe he just wanted to make change for the sake of finding something wrong and then doing it on a dime. I don't believe he had a long-term strategy for the Penguins. And I'm not necessarily judging him fully because he got 2 cups. He was the GM for us when we won 2 cups, so we have to give him credit for that. But Shiro drafted a lot of those guys, and I think that trading so much kind of bit him in the end because there are also a lot of trades that Jim Rutherford made that blew up in our face.
Right. We just listed off that list.
Yeah, and there's other ones too. Trading a first-round pick for David Perron, right. And that first-round pick ended up being Matt Barzal. I know we can't judge picks and stuff, but that's still kind of glaring. The Ryan Reeves trade for getting a second-round draft pick that ended up being Zachary Lauzon, who had concussion issues, so he never developed into anything. A couple other ones, the Derek Brassard trade is another one too that bit us real badly too. So there's so many things, and here's what I'll say. I think that Ron Hextall essentially had one of the worst years of trading we've ever seen from a general manager, and that is what screwed him in the end. It absolutely screwed him in the end, and I think he tried to come up with a strategy, but conflicting opinions with ownership kind of screwed him in the end. So I'm just pointing out here that I think the long-term plan of the Penguins was essentially gutted and ruined long before Hextall and Burke got there.
I'm not going to argue whether or not Rutherford had an idea as far as a future and all that kind of stuff. It was always you live and die by the sword with him. And that was the way he's been the GM everywhere that way. You know what I mean? In Carolina, he was like that. In Vancouver, he's been like that. He came in 2 years and immediately won a cup.
Fair.
What I will say about Hextall's first 2 years is that he never did anything demonstrative. He never put a foot in any direction. And I know he didn't have a game plan because when Fenway Sports Group asked him for his 5-year plan, he responded with, "That's my intellectual property. I'm not telling you." You go tell your boss that your intellectual property is not shareable with him.
Sounds like Fenway Sports Group is a bunch of idiots for keeping him.
Well, I mean, for keeping him this long, it's hard. I think the other hard part of it, if you want to give Hextall some credit or at least an escape, he got brought in at a weird point because Rutherford quit mid-season. And he had ownership change mid-season. So, if you want to look at those two things and be like, he never got out of the blocks, he never got a chance, that's fine. I think you're wrong. Plain and simple. So, but I'm glad that because when we were arguing, I was like, Sherry Gensel, Rust, and half of that was true and half of it wasn't. But, but I also think his first, he literally brought in everybody that would be the key pieces to winning the back-to-back Stanley Cups in the first 2 years. Ron Hextall brought in a bunch of old dudes on big contracts that are going to be hard to get rid of now. That's at the end of the day. You want to talk playoffs a little bit, Derek, or you want to move on to the NBA?
It's up to time.
It's 5:30 right now.
No, I know that time. I'm saying, do we have the time?
Let's just do this real quick. I think I explained this to you guys. In the NHL, the team that wins the first game 70% of the time wins the series. which puts every single team except for the Boston Bruins at the bottom of your screen on the hot seat. But then the Boston Bruins got blown out by Florida last night, so I think it's kind of super interesting. I think we're in for a really unique playoffs so far. I'm also really happy to see that the scores returned to 3-4 and higher, 3-4 and higher, because that first night everything was a 1-goal game and it was 2-1 games. But if you can stay up and watch the Kings and the Oilers, my brother said it's better than cocaine. And I just think I think this is really an exciting thing to watch. If I was going to steer people towards some series to watch, Toronto, Tampa, I think it's going to be a barn burner. Oilers, Kings, and then the plucky Kraken are giving the defending Cup champs all they can handle right now. They're up 1-0. I'm very excited about the NHL playoffs this year. I think it's going to be a memorable playoffs, and this season had so many. It was like the most impressive quiet season ever. We had the best team in the regular season history. We had guys breaking individual records that we never thought were going to be broken. And now it looks like the playoffs are going to kind of pan out as being just anybody could win it. Do you have any takes or questions about the NHL playoffs? No. Okay. Let's go to your sport that you guys love. My Bucks tied the series, so fuck everybody. We're back, baby.
Yeah, they really shouldn't have been down.
They should not have been
That's
down.
fucking embarrassing. NBA playoffs right now. Yeah, the Bucks look like good even without Giannis, which his injury is kind of weird.
Yeah, it was a back contusion that kind of screwed him, and he might be missing 2 more games actually.
Have you seen the clip?
The MRI of him like getting hurt?
No.
Yeah, no, I saw it. Like he was like going up, essentially like just went airborne and did like a 180 and then just landed directly on his back. So I thought he broke his tailbone for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a fucking WWE highlight. It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And usually those tall guys should not be flying that high in the WWE. Just saying.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. You stay on the ground, young man.
But I mean, you score 81 points and a half, you know. I think they'll be all right.
We'll see. I think the Heat are not necessarily something to be concerned about, honestly, especially after losing. They lost Tyler Hero, who broke his hand in that game. And can we also just say, I think game ones, the story of the game one is literally just injuries.
Right.
That basically kind of screwed everything. Like now we have Kawhi has another knee flare up that's screwing him.
Well, that's because
John Morant. Yeah, John Morant sprains his hand. We have no idea if he'll be even playing in the Lakers series game 3 and game 4. And then we have Giannis with this. But I will find it interesting that I think the series that we all kind of expected to be blowout, but also closest, are kind of still holding par to a degree. Like I think we all kind of expected the Celtics to kind of dominate the Hawks. I think we all kind of expected the Sixers to kind of,
You expected the Kings to be up 2 games?
Now that one I did not.
Okay.
That one I did not. No.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I also want to give credit to the fact, too, that no one was giving the Kings any respect, and now the entire world essentially is watching them and realizing, oh, my God, they're actually good.
They're the 3rd seed in the West. I don't think
nobody was giving them any credit. No one gave them credit. Everyone saw Warriors and was like, oh, they're going to lose.
I think that sometimes you take the takes off this show and isolate them in very specific ways to everything else, because I don't know. I was very vocal that I thought the Warriors are going to clean the shit out of them, and I think the Kings are considered fun and scrappy. But
that's exactly the take you had. Like I just clipped it the other day. I remember it.
Yeah,
they're cute.
That was the take. That what do you mean? Is that it? That was literally. I'm requoting the original take. Now it's different, Greg. That's
all right.
Josh,
I apologize.
No, it's good. It's good. You and 420, man. It's hard to hold on to you. Going over here, yeah, the Lakers kind of blew it there against Ja, which, or a Ja-less Grizz team. So Josh and I both kind of ride in different waves. I was great after game 1.
Yeah. Do you still... Okay, so go back. Because I need takes. I need definitive things that I can prove you wrong with or prove you right with.
Well, we're still talking NBA.
No. Kings and Warriors. Do the Warriors get off the mat? Yes or no?
Go ahead, Greg. Since
Domantas Sabonis didn't get off the mat, so I don't know about that part. But I think they'll win Game 3, even without Draymond, because I think they'll have the home crowd behind them, and they won't have cowbells to listen to, so that'll help them being able to hear. And then Game 4 comes around. I think it'll be a tight game, and I think De'Aaron Fox will do something miraculous to take a 3-1 lead going into Game 5. And then all bets are off at that point.
That's the name you're calling out?
What's wrong with De'Aaron Fox?
He openly admitted that he was going to die covering Steph Curry. He's supposed to be the fastest person in the league. Like, he's supposed to be.
He didn't die. Did he die? Was there a funeral?
Greg, there's 2 people on planet Earth who have talked about dying covering Steph Curry, and it's now De'Aaron Fox and Matthew Dellavedova. You really want them to be the pairing? That's the guy you're claiming to be here? Come on now. He's supposed to be the guy.
I'm not claiming to be Matthew Dellavedova, that's for sure.
I'll give credit to
De'Aaron Fox can prove himself this series, and I think he will. I think he'll find a way.
I disagree with you, Greg, where the Warriors win the next 2 games. I think home advantage is going to be it. They have to steal one in Sacramento. It's that plain and simple, because the simple fact is the Warriors banned cowbells, which we got to get absolutely over ourselves as fans.
That's bullshit.
I'm not a fan of the fucking rat in Florida. I'm not a fan of the cowbell. The only one that really matters is the terrible towel. Everything else, genuinely, guys, is so stupid. It is so stupid. No, it's
so. So wait, everything except for the terrible towel is stupid.
Chugging beer off a catfish, stupid. Sorry, Nashville. Throwing an octopus on the ice, stupid. Going through tables.
Oh, the octopus is awesome.
I think the octopus was awesome before the terrible towel. Just to give you a
reference. That's why.
Couldn't have been. It's a different octopus every time.
No,
I take the same terrible towel to every game.
Great point, Derek.
10 out of 10 points, Gryffindor.
That's as logical as one beer.
One fan celebration that actually holds weight to the terrible towel, because Greg, I already called lighting the beam the corniest thing in the NBA.
Yeah.
But first off, this goes back to a conversation I had where small market teams or struggling teams usually come back by having some sort of rallying cry to bring themselves up, and light the beam is literally that. Yeah, it's a gimmick, but it gets people excited. I mean, fuck, the Carolina Hurricanes are selling out now because of the bunch of jerks.
What is this, Greg? What is this?
They are.
What's this? What's this?
Fuck you.
What's that?
Sultan.
Yeah.
You're a fucking asshole.
Why not us? Why not us? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Think about it. But it's seriously true. Like, every single struggling.
He's proving
the beam
your point
doesn't
right.
mean something.
He's proving your point right, because this meant something.
It did.
This meant something to us.
Okay, to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so
why
no
Cueto
one else on the planet cared.
Because of us. Because of this.
Cueto did not drop the ball because you guys were holding your hands together in a Z formation. He dropped the ball because it was Cueto. You gotta watch the clip.
But that was the invest. It was this. This is what started that level of investment in that team. And that's exactly what's happened in Sacramento.
That's sad.
What?
Emotional investment's a weird thing, man.
This is like wishing the other team would score because you get 6 free chicken nuggets from McDonald's. It's just like, shouldn't you be happy for the team? Shouldn't you be happy for... No, because Sacramento's a shit sports town, and it's that plain and simple on one hand. And 2,
all right,
we're the Pirates, man. This is cool. I get it. It's cool. It's the same fucking thing, though.
Okay, first of all, number 1, never knock that, because people in Pittsburgh take the chili goal very seriously. That's a serious thing that has always been a long time. It doesn't exist anymore, but it's still real. It's still real.
Yeah, you got a free cup of chili when the Penguins scored.
That hasn't been around since like 87.
Yeah, but
I know, but it's still a thing.
Let's never forget that we all won Big Macs because Phil Kessel scored a goal. And that
but how many people do you think in that arena cashed it?
What?
How many people in the arena cashed that?
Oh, I did, because Phil scored it.
You're one of like 7.
That's the only reason.
That's the thing. They don't lose. You know, it's a good promotion. It's a cute promotion.
Okay. Promotions, I understand them, but like...
They're the Jackie Moon of the NBA, Greg.
What? Light the beam is not the Jackie Moon of...
It's wrestling a bear.
No, it's finding a rallying cry to build support and get support from the community. What is wrong with that?
Dressing up as a seahorse and dancing around in the middle of the
No, you're being ridiculous. Because it's organic. It's different. It's not like you're pushing a promotion to try to
Jackie
get
Moon
more people
changed
to
that
come.
show every night.
They did.
It was different.
That's true.
Okay,
greatest marketer in the ABA.
I think there's a difference. This
one
was the
fake, yeah.
This was the players. Right? The players started doing this. Okay? The Light the Beam was made up by a bunch of suits.
You can't promise me that the players started Zoltan. Like,
no, they did.
Get it.
You're true.
You can't promise me.
You're true. I can't. I was not in the locker room.
There's a story.
Greg,
there's a whole story.
Okay, Greg.
It.
Can I tell you a story about Baby Jesus?
I would love to hear a story about Baby Jesus.
Story. Okay, well, he hates you. Stories here, Greg.
You love Spice Cake. Did you know that?
I would say Ice Spice.
Wait. Hang on. I've got this. You ready? Did you know that Baby Jesus' favorite cake is spice cake? We've eaten it every year on Christmas, my entire life at my grandmother's house. It also happened to be my grandfather's favorite kind of cake. Coincidence?
Probably.
Well, that's... Get it?
I think Josh is trying to say he's descendant of Jesus. So.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
I didn't realize we should celebrate his birthday on Christmas too. That's interesting.
The other franchise things.
Do you not know that Jesus' birthday is Christmas?
Me?
No, Greg.
Oh yeah.
I said I didn't realize we should be celebrating your birthday on Christmas too.
Oh, my birthday. Okay.
Yeah, because your lineage,
Jesus'
damn
birthday. It's like, I know we joke about you being Jewish, but like, do you really
No.
know that that's what Christmas is supposed to be
about? Oh God.
Back to it. Yeah, I don't know, Greg. I'm not a big fan of the Kings. I think that the Draymond suspension somewhat pissed me off. I wasn't against the Draymond suspension. The reason was a few things. One, I think Draymond's an idiot, so I don't mind him being suspended because there's two things he could have done there to not get suspended. One, not stepped on him. Two, when he felt him holding his ankle, Draymond should have gone down in a league that rewards players for acting. Yeah. It makes all the sense in the world for Draymond to go down and hold his ankle for 5 minutes. They would have watched the tape. Sabonis would have got either a 1 or a 2, and then it's a completely different world out there. But because they knew what Draymond was, he's a hothead. He's not as good as he used to be, and he's a liability on the court. They went after him, and now there's no interior presence for the Warriors.
So he intended to put his foot through a man's chest like Goku, and then jumped off of him. And like
first of all,
legs out, the most dramatic flare ever.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that first of all, I wake up that morning and I see like all the ESPN alerts about the stomp and all that stuff, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what the hell did Draymond Green do? And then I saw the video on Get Up in the Morning, and I'm thinking to myself, Sabonis is a bitch. I'm sorry. How in the world do you? I don't believe for a second that he bruised his sternum. I don't. Draymond literally was trying to hold back as he was trying to get off too. That was like the weakest. That was like the weakest step on a dude I've ever seen.
He did use him like a diving board.
I'll give you the fact that his sternum's probably not there, Greg. But the fact of the matter is, none of that made Draymond look innocent. Like, not even Sabonis not getting hurt doesn't make him look innocent. The act still happens. Injury doesn't matter for it.
I mean, I'm honestly on Draymond's side here. I feel when he did his press conference and he's just saying, like, I had to put my foot somewhere, I think he's right. His foot was being held. Where else was he going to put it? He couldn't get out of it.
Fall down and roll over and hold your ankle and get the foul for your team.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the NBA like also mandated its players getting drama classes and acting classes in that regard.
Have you fucking watched the NBA in 10 years, Greg? Are you shitting me?
Fair.
James Harden's the best actor in the country. He makes Leonardo DiCaprio look like a loser.
Whoa, bite your tongue on that one, man. Leo's the GOAT.
Yeah, I don't know. Over to the Suns Clippers.
Hang on. You didn't pick.
What? Pick what?
So do you think the Kings win this series, or do the Warriors fight back?
I'll take the Warriors in 7.
Okay.
Greg?
Cool. I have a clip of you saying otherwise. That's why I'm excited. Or
saying
no,
otherwise?
you're following your take. I'm sorry, you're following your take.
Yeah, Greg.
Yep.
Kings
Greg
in 6, I think. I'll say Kings in 6.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Suns and Clippers, the 4-5 seed up there. I don't know, man. You said Kawhi has another injury. I really am just kind of over the Clippers right now, Greg.
The knee again. It's the knee again. And also PG's not playing this series either. He's out. So this is going to be fascinating because I think this is like the tale of two polar opposite teams where like the Clippers have the depth, but the Suns literally are relying on 4 guys and that's it. Yeah. But those 4 guys are also like elite level talents in one way or another. So it's kind of like they can take them as far as they can go in that sense. I was fascinated. I don't know. I think it's game. I don't know if it was the last game or if it's this game that the ref that Chris Paul is like 0-4 against was like, was it the last game and they won? Oh my God. What a miracle in that case.
Oh, it was amazing. Sid also says, don't bring my chicken nuggets into this. My social anxiety won't ever let me claim a promotion. That's a fair point. No, for the Suns, you're right, man. They don't really have as much depth with the KD trade, but he has been obviously helping out. For me, I've never rooted for the Clippers, but I wouldn't mind seeing them win this. I'm tired of Kevin Durant being good at basketball. I don't know. I'm just really, neither of these two teams feel good for me.
I was going to say, what are you more tired of, the Clippers in general or Kevin Durant being good at basketball?
The Clippers in general. Okay. I'm exhausted of the Clippers being a franchise and continuously being told that they're going to be good. Like it's from the day when Chris Paul landed there, when we should have got him, to today when it's, Paul George picked them over the Lakers. Sweet. Good job. Good luck in LA, guys. You're doing great.
Are the Clippers the greatest?
They're the Browns, example? Greg. They're the Browns. That's what I was going to say.
That's what I mean. They're the greatest example of potential never realized.
They're the greatest example of potential dickheads running around, dribbling a pumpkin, and just blowing out in the first or second round. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I'm amazed that it took me until today to realize that Westbrook and KD were playing each other in the playoffs.
How?
I don't know. Like, I'm watching game 1 and I watched in real time that Westbrook had that amazing defensive play. And I'm just thinking it's just a normal game. And then as I'm realizing it today, I'm like, oh my God, it's Westbrook versus Kevin Durant. How did I not realize that storyline is there this entire time? I didn't even think of it.
I now know more about basketball than Greg. Crown me.
Fair.
Crown me.
No, I don't want to
crown me. I knew that those two
Greg,
were playing each other from the drum. That's why I watched every single one of those games.
No, I gotta call Austin borrow the crown.
Facts. They don't even have that much beef though. I think it's actually been it was good on the court. After the court, it's fine, which I think is great. Yeah. I think I was talking to a buddy at work today. I think Westbrook is going to go down in history as the guy that you look back and go, I should have appreciated him a little bit more because that dude's an elite guard.
Can we talk about that?
Sure.
So I think, and this is a stolen take, but
yeah,
people if you're a casual. Hi, I'm a casual.
Hello, casual.
Thank you. I would think from hearing people talk in social media that Russell Westbrook is terrible at basketball.
Yeah,
I think with Westbrook is that. I think the cliff just kind of came way too quickly with him, and we didn't expect him to be able to adjust.
But what's the cliff?
Really?
That he can't shoot? Because he does everything else really well.
It goes from, look at the timeline. There's Westbrook and Harden and KD in that young, scrappy team makes it to the finals.
Should have won a ring.
And they're basically the Dan Marino of basketball, where they're like, don't worry, we'll be back. Look at all of our young guys. But they decided to keep Serge Ibaka over James Harden. James Harden leaves. So two of them, cupcake goes. Russell Westbrook now owns the entire team, averages a triple-double across 2 seasons. Everyone adores this guy, right? But he's doing everything. It's the Trae Young type of thing we talked about, not to the same degree, but of he's bad for the team.
Right.
Bounces around everywhere. And just, if you looked at, and so people, when he started leaving, Josh, and he went to the Rockets and went to Washington, I think, and all these teams. People started going back to his tape, the triple-double season and stuff like that, and started to realize he's one of the worst offensive weapons ever. Not really. He averages triple-double, but when you think about it, he just kind of runs faster and dunks, and his jump shot is terrible. So as you get older in the sport of basketball, you tend to slow down, and your jump shot tends to save your career. He was probably one of the worst. This is up there, in my opinion, and Greg, tell me if I'm wrong, with Karl Malone joining the Lakers. Russell Westbrook's tenure there. Like, it's
in
terms of hype and bust.
Hype and bust. Okay, so you're saying like
it's
there was all
Dwight
this fanfare
Howard,
and stuff.
Gary Payton, Karl Malone, Russell Westbrook.
Okay, the Dwight Howard one. The Dwight Howard one, yeah, I'll agree with on that one. That was just a bad fit in general, but that's fascinating though, because I think that when he went to the Lakers, I don't know if it was his expectation or if it was Laker fans' expectations or what, but there was still this maybe this idea that Westbrook can be the Oklahoma City guy. But it's interesting you bring that up. Yeah, but it's also like, I think when you're in that like model franchise and stuff, there's kind of like this expectation to outperform oneself.
But not when you're on the team with LeBron, buddy. Like that's
he was
kind
the
of
third best
thing.
player, maybe.
Yeah, yes, 100%.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, though. Like, I think when Westbrook got there, he had maybe the expectation of he is the third piece of a big three with him and AD and LeBron.
Yeah, but
in actuality, it doesn't fit. Right. That's what I'm referring to. It's like when you bring up the fact about the jump shot being the thing that can save people.
Yeah, Ray Allen.
Westbrook's not like a 3-and-D guy that I think now like just litters the NBA everywhere.
Yeah.
So where do you then fit as you're getting older and stuff? And being a sixth man and being a guy coming off a bench is not something that he is known for in his career. So the challenge was trying to figure out how to communicate that with him to be that guy. And there was going to be some struggle to figure out if it was going to work.
Lakers. He fits in that. Listen, if you play with LeBron James, as much as I hate LeBron James, we're all well aware of that. If you fit into his system and play nice, he will make you an NBA champion. That is kind of the thing with LeBron, right? Be his guy, play his system. The audacity to get up after a LeBron James speech and say, but also, guys, we should go out there and just have fun. The audacity. And I know you heard it, Josh. Like, I know you leaned away and heard it. And it's just like, it's on us, guys. LeBron's right. If we want to do it, it's up to us. And like, we should have fun also. It's like, I think LeBron's a douche. That made LeBron so much cooler in my mind because I was like, what the fuck is Russ doing?
So wait, Russell Westbrook was basically the Grover Dill to Scott Farkas.
Have you not seen the clip?
What?
Greg?
What?
I
don't know.
What the fuck? Dude, no, you're so far. What planet are you on today? What did you smoke? Indica? Is that what's going through you today? Because you are on another planet.
Who knows the little guy's name? Scott Farkas, I get. Why do you know the little guy's name?
Because I watched that movie 4 times, like every Christmas. Like it's literally ingrained in my head.
I don't know his fucking name. I know the guy who turns around and says, "I like the Wizard of Oz's name." That's Goggles. That's his real name.
I like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I like the Wizard of Oz. Well, like,
Scott Farkas had yellow eyes. That's what he's called. Greg. Yeah, he's the toady.
Yeah.
You had to Google what his name was.
No, because there's literally Ralphie says Grover Dill, and his tongue was green. No, his teeth was green or something like that. Like that's literally in the
Chinese restaurant they go to at the end.
Howley.
I don't know. I'm looking it up.
I can't remember the name. Shit. I know it's a bowling alley too.
2018.
No, it's bowling. It's bowling. It's bowling. And that's what it is. It's bowling. I believe because the W is like
I'm done with this show.
Well, so. As it appears, so the name of the place was the Bowling Chop Suey Palace as it appeared in 1983.
Well done.
Today it is called the Chop Suey Palace, though.
Well done, Greg. Well
on
done.
some level, Greg was still wrong.
You know how I know you're high? Because you knew the name of the fucking Chinese restaurant.
Man, the dude with the green teeth. But that's Westbrook.
That's what I Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
He is
last
green
one.
teeth.
The Sixers suck. I hate them.
Yeah, they're going
James Harden's going to be a rocket. James Harden's going back to Houston.
Oh,
pay attention. It's 100%.
I feel like we've brought this up before, but I honestly feel like just for the sake, we might as well do it. Like if they need to get to the NBA Finals for them to stay together.
Oh yeah.
Right?
No, they need to win a championship for them to stay together.
I could see the finals.
Well, I guess if they win a championship, Harden might be okay with leaving. But hear me out. That organization squeezes the juice out of everyone that walks through it. The fact that they chose Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler, well, there was no juice left. The fact that they chose Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler, Greg, the 76ers, I think they're going to get clapped next round by the Celtics. Not even close.
Ooh. Would you say 7, or are you thinking like sweep or
4? No, I'm thinking 5, yeah.
Thinking 5? I don't know. I think that's going to be the one series that I would expect to go to 7 out of like every potential matchup that could be there. And then honestly, we don't even know. They might face the Bucks without Giannis in the Eastern Conference Finals for all we know. We don't know how bad that back contusion is. So
he'll be ready.
It might be able to
they got to make the Eastern Conference Finals to play Giannis in the Eastern Conference Finals.
What? Say that
Greg
again.
said they could. I said you got to make the Eastern Conference Finals to play in the Eastern Conference Finals. They'll just throw them in there against Giannis when they got to beat the Celtics and the Nets first, which the Nets are cheeks. But.
Real quick, can we talk about Loki, the best series in the NBA?
Playoffs? Yeah, I'm very happy the Cavs are tied it up.
So much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun.
It reminds me of Nuggets Jazz in the bubble, where it's like, I don't care who wins. I just want utter chaos the entire time.
And that has been, I mean, like, and the best part is they're taking turns blowing each other out. It's not like tight games. It's like one game, the Knicks are like, bang, punch him in the face. Cleveland's like, bang, punch you in the face. Donovan Mitchell's like, I'm just going to shoot the ball, even if it's at my own hoop. Like, I don't fucking care. Like,
I was more thrown up by the fact that Darius Garland was the one that went off in game 2 and not Donovan Mitchell. That's crazy in my estimation. But I can't wait for game 3 tomorrow in New York with Donovan Mitchell. Oh my God.
Do you think he gets the Trae Young treatment if he does well? Like, do you think they make him a villain?
No, because Mitchell's a New Yorker. He's a New Yorker, so he's got like that hometown discount type
I don't think New York cares about that. Wasn't there was another New Yorker that got booed or not something? I don't know. I'll think about it. The issue though, I don't think anybody would do that. And we've talked about Trae not really being the same guy anymore. New York thrives with a storyline, like they do, and so they need a villain to go against. I hope it's Donovan Mitchell, even though we all love him. Like, I don't think there's a person that would say they don't like him. Who was the kid? There was somebody, I don't know if it was Tatum or something, who played for New York who got booed there, who was like, cool, I'll be back later. Like, I don't think they got love for New York kids.
I was going to say, I don't remember who you're referring to, but here's
the
thing.
For your defense.
Story with behind that is simply that Donovan Mitchell should have been a Knick or wanted to be a Knick or all this other stuff, and now he has to play them in the playoffs. That's the story. But I don't know if Donovan Mitchell has that personality that Trae Young has. You know, like Trae Young thrived on that and like became a villain with it. And Donovan Mitchell, I think, has way too much cachet, and he's better than Trae Young anyway. So like he doesn't have to feed off of that. So I think it'll be a fun series, and I think it'll be more of a respect thing. I don't think they're gonna find a villain unless someone does
underestimate New York City.
Oh, I'm not underestimating them, but I'm just like thinking out loud. But I can't think of anyone on the Cavs that could be a villain in this case.
I think you're both right, because I think New York, in any sport, tries to find the villain on the other team they're playing. They always do. Right? They made the greatest player to ever touch a fucking basketball a villain. Right? They made Michael Jordan a fucking villain in the playoffs. But I also think that Greg's right, where Donovan Mitchell isn't going to lean into it the way Trae Young is like waving by to them and like can't hear you, like that kind of shit. So like I think they will make somebody a villain on Cleveland Cavaliers, but I don't think we will see a Cavalier, particularly Donovan Mitchell, lean into it the way Trae Young did and really just made like it was that series that made me go Trae Young's a top 10 player and like made me fall in love with him. You know what I mean? Like
that's true.
It was that series and a 40-point performance against the Bucks where you were like, oh man, this kid's coming, and then he did not.
Two thoughts, and then we can go to commercial and jump off the NBA. One, Greg, for Donovan Mitchell to not go to the Knicks, can either of you name who you think is the greatest Knicks guard of all time? The Knicks have never had a good. Why would you? I thought John Starks. Why would you want to go to the Knicks?
That's true.
Like I know that, and coaches change and history change. I get all that. I do that a lot where I'll take a team like the Philadelphia Eagles in the draft and be like, well, they don't use one running back, and think back to like Ryan Matthews and DeMarco Murray there. I'm like, well, it's clearly a different team. But my point is the greatest Knicks guards, Jeremy Lin for 3 games.
One of the greatest runs that you will probably ever see, just in turn, still living off it probably.
If you think about where people go in free agency, I'm just not going to a place where they've never had a good guard. And I'm not buying into the whole, well, wouldn't you want to be the first? Because that's stupid. Second thing I want to say, congrats, Josh. Malcolm Brogdon wins 6th Man of the Year. He's on the Celtics now, but I like the fact that he was a Buck, and I like the fact that he was a Buck when you started liking the Bucks.
Yes. And like I can remember watching him play as a Buck, which is kind of,
which is wild to say.
That's kind of where I'm getting to. Like I'm watching PJ Tucker with the Sixers, and I'm like, oh, PJ, come back.
Like, yeah. So I wanted to shoot you a congratulations. He's not on your team, but he was.
He was.
Started.
Yeah. But you might play him soon, for all you know.
Is Marbury? Was he a point guard?
Yeah, that's a very good name to toss out.
Okay.
And a New Yorker. Yes.
He was like a short-lived career, but everyone loved him guard.
03 to 08 is not a long time.
I had 2 pairs of Starberries, just saying. So
yeah, shout out to Stephen Barry's. Was it Stephen Barry's?
Stephen Barry's, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here's just to back you up, Derek. Bill Cartwright is on this list.
Yeah.
Like he played for the Knicks from 79 to 88. Like
yes. There are not many good Knicks guards.
And he's better known as a Piston, right?
Shooting guard. Yeah.
So fuck. Like what are we doing here?
So
Stoudemire wasn't Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how it is. I mean, LeBron went to the Lakers because that's where goats go, right? Genuinely, not being a prick. I'm a Lakers fan, but there are just experience in New York for guards. So,
which is interesting because I feel like the Yankees, the Giants, and the Rangers always get the big free agent.
Yankees, yes.
Rangers,
Giants,
yes.
not so much. Giants, not so much because the salary cap kind of makes it weird, and it's also. The NFL is kind of hard when it comes to like free agency. The Rangers, yes, and even with a hard cap, like they somehow find a way to always get like a premier guy like
Kane, Teravainen, and Panarin, and Trouba. Literally, like 5 of the biggest free agents in the past 10 years.
They weren't free agents.
I know they traded them, but like still. And they signed Rick Nash and Gabrick. And
Who do you think the Giants have signed, Josh? Is there any big names that you were thinking of, or just like in general, they're just a team that people have gone to?
So I'll plead ignorance, but
okay, which is fine. I just didn't know if you had a name in mind.
Strahan was a big name in my brain.
Was he drafted?
I think he was drafted.
Okay,
I think he was drafted.
How about JP3?
Drafted? I want to say that's a
no. He wasn't drafted there.
Let's see.
I feel
he
like
was either drafted by. You know what? He was drafted by them because I'm thinking of him as a Buck, but I think
he was drafted there, agent. And he went to Buck in 2018. He was drafted by the Giants in 2010.
OBJ was drafted there.
Yep.
Yeah. In fairness, Josh, we've talked about this before. Like NFL free agency is a lot different than like the NBA. Everyone wants to be a free agent in the NBA. With the NFL, it's like you're real quickly.
Right.
So
Josh.
It's
Plexico Burress.
Hey,
we got one. We got one.
He was almost on my mosaic.
He was on mine too.
He was like right there.
Shoot or shoot.
I picked Randall L instead, but it was close. It was close.
Yeah.
Is shoot or shoot now going to be a thing you try to work in every show now? Because I hope that's the case.
If they keep giving us reasons to say it, Greg.
All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we're talking about the market being set for NFL quarterbacks, particularly the 2020 draft. And also, we are going to break down... Wow, that was a bad burp. We're going to break down the Steelers draft
Was that a burp?
strategy. It was.
It was a twitch.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go to commercial.
Hi, I'm Josh. I like pizza. Do you like pizza?
When the moon heats your eyes like a big pizza pie.
We've let it coagulate. Show Greg. King of coagulation there.
Coagulation is key.
Ooh. Homemade Greek ranch.
Do you like watching people eat pizza?
Help me, because I'm on the quest to find the best pizza in Pittsburgh.
Hand-forged pizza. Bit Vici. That's amore.
Make sure you're sending in your recommendations for the best pizza in Pittsburgh, because I'm going to go, I'm going to try it, I'm going to hold it to my standards.
It's the aftertaste is the barf. It's where the barf comes in.
I agree. It's bomb pizza.
Can your favorite pizza place pass the test? Find out.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Vault, the weekly show from Thoughts from the Bench that takes a look back at some of the best and worst sports jerseys of all time.
So, I looked up what a Canuck was. Ben, you're gonna shit yourself. What a fucking silly country.
Here comes the Crimson Chin.
No. You sound like the John Candy in a fucking snapshot.
That's Uncle Buck.
I have an irrational fear of alligators and crocodiles. I hate them.
What? Of like, okay, this school who looks like they're in High School Musical just came and balled out. So yeah, they're not drinking Gatorade or water on the sidelines. They just got bottles of Barbicide and they're just fucking tanking them down, dude. Like that guy who's nodding his head. Okay, where's the keg at? You know, like that type of guy.
Yeah.
Like
he's a glue guy. He's a glue guy.
Okay, he's a glue guy.
I want to show off the human goose that is Mike Glennon.
Oh my god, he is a goose.
They're like mom jeans with the elastic on top. Like, I don't...
I'm okay. I'm okay. He's a man of the people. He's in with the students at games and sporting events. He's posing with the frat boys. He's getting pumped up, literally and metaphorically speaking, for every event. He is Dartmouth.
What?
That was really funny.
Football's the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell.
JJ Watt, bring it on over, pal. Bring it on over. Golgi apparatus, Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum. I'm just naming off science shit now.
And we're back.
I love pancakes.
I haven't had pancakes in a while, and now I want
pancakes.
So do you hate pancakes because you suck, or do you hate pancakes because you don't enjoy them? Because there's two different people.
I don't enjoy them.
That's a good answer.
Because they're soggy.
Well, they're not when you... How much syrup do you use?
Wait a sec.
Don't do that.
No.
Waffles can get soggy.
No, because waffles have their own little pockets to keep the syrup in. And then you cut it, and then it's crunchy and soft. Pancakes are just soft. I hate this.
I will never enjoy a breakfast of waffles more than pancakes because I'll always be thinking about ice cream in a waffle cone.
Oh, I don't eat waffle cones.
I love
Here's
waffle
also
cones.
So there you go.
So good.
I'm glad we figured this out.
Put a little chocolate tip at the tip.
Shake hands. We're calling. Yeah. Okay.
Well, also, here's the other problem, too. If you have one waffle, you're usually done. You can have multiple pancakes and still be good to go. You know?
Greg, you wrote, your pen was out. You wrote all on your forehead there. Yeah, it's like everywhere.
Really?
Yeah. Lick your hand for me, Daddy, and just give me one of those. Yeah. Wipe it. No, in the center. Right in the, yeah. Okay, I think you got it.
All right,
cool. Now it's worse.
It is a little smudge. It looks like you put a newspaper.
Go to the bathroom. Go fix yourself up.
I think it's
clipping
hot.
this. You're fucked.
I think it's hot.
No, it's okay. I'll keep it going. Why not?
I mean, we can talk about the sports stuff while you go fix your face if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I do know about NFL.
It's up to you.
All right. I will let Josh sub for me, and I will be able to hear it still. So
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. We will see you in a second.
That was great.
So let's talk about what an absolute idiot Greg is.
Fuck you. I hate you too, so much.
You have a
Because
cell
on camera,
phone in front of you.
I know on camera, I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh shit, that might actually be something.
But why
and
wouldn't
now
you
I'm
just
like
pull your phone
overthinking.
out and be like,
I rarely use my phone for shit like that, man.
That was
good.
elite.
That was well executed.
That was
Very
elite.
good.
So how do you feel, Greg? You just got. That's our new show here. This is no longer 2 beers deep. This is You Got with Josh and Derek.
I'm cool with it. For the fact, as long as I'm entertaining people, that's all that matters to me.
So unfortunately, when we put this topic in the brain earlier this season, we assumed it was going to be for Lamar Jackson. Fortunately, it's for arguably the greatest human that's ever played football, in Jalen Hurts.
Greatest human that ever played football?
I love him.
I don't love him, but like, I feel like Najee Harris having his draft party at the homeless shelter he grew up in.
All right, Jalen Hurts. Charity. I mean, if we're gonna do a fucking a write-off, then here we go. Dude, you're gonna hate yourself.
Am I?
You're gonna hate. Hurts has made a philanthropy focus on his young career with the Eagles, including a $30,000 donation he made last year through Alex's Lemonade Stand to support the family of a boy battling cancer.
Josh,
the write-off goes deep.
I don't think I've liked. Here's what I'm going to say. I don't think I've liked a Philadelphia athlete this much since Allen Iverson. Both in the way he is and the way he plays.
Well, can I say why that is?
Sure.
Because he's the literal complete opposite of the city of Philadelphia.
Right. Well, true.
That everyone else buys into the piece of shit culture.
Whereas AI kind of bought into it and it was great in a different way.
AI said, "You guys are me.
Yeah.
You guys are me." Yeah. No, he is literally
I
the
wasn't
opposite
at a
of that
press
city.
conference.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Greg, thoughts on that take?
Well, it does make sense because first off, I've never been to Philadelphia, so I have no say in what the city's like. But every person I know that has been there,
it's a good city.
Every person I know that's been there has all said the exact same thing: is that it just sucks. It just absolutely sucks. And human beings like Jalen Hurts should not be there. Human beings like that should not be there. And here's the thing: I appreciate Jalen Hurts too for the fact that the story in the background is awesome because. Like, he grew up competing. Like, he's just the strongest motherfucking quarterback you've ever seen. Plays his way through Alabama, deserves the starting job, and then gets benched by a phenom in the national championship game.
And then speak about the interview after the game. Because they asked him, they said, "Jalen, you got benched halfway through for Tua Tagovailoa. How are you feeling?" He's like, "Honestly, man, I just wanted to win the Natty. If I wasn't doing it for the team, I'm so glad Tua could do it. I'm a part of this team, and I'm just so happy to be here." That interview right there.
Yeah, and then also the fact he stays the entire year playing in the SEC championship game when he didn't have to. He very easily could have transferred and it would have been fine. He waits till the next year to transfer, which we completely understand. Does very well at Oklahoma. If we want to, your favorite thing, the quarterback whisperer, that is Lincoln Riley, of course. And then
I don't think he is. Dre thinks he is. I think he's a
that's true.
Sells Cadillacs.
That's true. But yeah, and then I'll be honest, I did not expect him to be this good in the NFL.
Jalen?
I don't think anybody did, right? That was the whole bit.
Well, here's the thing. If you read Greg, I don't know, I think it was my BPA players article. I said, and this is not like a Derek take. This is a very common thing. When you go later in the draft, you go to a team that doesn't necessarily have to fail to get you.
True.
Right.
Meaning that Brock Purdy ended up in a really good situation. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts ended up in arguably the greatest single situation in NFL history in a team that wants to run through him. Imagine, and this is no disrespect to Jalen, Lamar in that offense.
Right.
Like that line, and that three-headed monster running back. And those receivers. You have, two wide receiver ones. I'm not going to give Quez Watkins that. I apologize. He landed in a situation that reminds me of Dak Prescott in Dallas. You know what I mean? Like a really good potential guy who gets in. And the only thing I have to say, the worst thing Jalen Hurts has ever done, he kicked Gardner Minshew out of town. And I'm a little upset about that, but not enough.
Gardner!
You might do it better than Dre, actually.
Dre just like his ears perked up like wherever he is right now.
He heard something.
He
heard something. Yeah,
there was no reason.
There was a disturbance in the force. Yeah. But I think also with Jalen, something that we maybe overlook with regards to quarterbacks is leadership. We don't think about that as like a trait, perhaps we don't think about that with a trait that you're looking at for quarterbacks.
I think we think about it. I don't think we think about Jalen Hurts being such a good
draft-wise.
leader.
I mean,
no.
Draft-wise, I mean,
Josh, what you're saying, I understand. Greg is saying leadership is not put into consideration at the quarterback position.
That was wrong.
Greg, that was the wildest thing I've ever heard you say.
That's not the only reason. That's a huge reason why Andrew Peasley is starting at Wyoming. Because he's a boy's boy.
Well, okay, so if you're putting it from this perspective too, we have 4 quarterbacks that are going to go in probably the top 10 this year. 3 of them, I wouldn't say much about their leadership takes in general. So, like, are we putting so much stock in anything else? Yeah. I'm glad I brought it out. Yeah, you're welcome.
Let's go. Give it to him.
Greg, that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Can we talk about Peyton Manning versus Ryan Leaf? Can we talk about the real discussion there? Because on a talent level, they're equal. Do you know why Peyton went over?
Because
leadership.
Peyton said that he would be in the day after the draft. And Ryan Leaf said, I got a party in Vegas. I can't be there.
You really genuinely are going to sit there and tell me that NFL teams don't go, we need a leader at quarterback. Can you tell me the last Super Bowl winning quarterback who was not a leader, like a genuine 100% leader? Matt Stafford led that team. Patrick Mahomes, one of the greatest leaders we've seen. Tom Brady led. Even Eli Manning.
Tom Brady's the greatest leader since George fucking Washington.
No, there is no Greg. That is literally half of being a quarterback.
Tom Brady would lead us in the Revolutionary War this week. Played for the Patriots, damn it.
Do you understand how many times Cam Newton got an entire fucking planet to dab? Greg.
That's true. And the Superman thing, actually.
That was your worst take ever.
Completely fair. I'm still getting used to being back to doing the show while drinking, so
clearly
I'm
disagree with yourself?
No.
So
the reason I say that
it's fair. Fight back, Lewis.
No. So here's my point, though. I think when you're evaluating quarterbacks and drafting quarterbacks, I think a lot of times we look too much at the physical traits and we look too much at what they can do on the field that we don't pay attention too much to the personality aspect of it.
Disagree so much.
Kevin Costner Classic Draft Day?
I disagree so much with you. It's not even. It's unfathomable.
They literally didn't draft that quarterback because nobody went to his birthday party.
That was literally the whole movie. The Browns did that. You don't think they look at leadership?
If that was the case, why was Jamarcus Russell a number 1 overall pick?
Give me another one.
Zach Wilson, number 2.
Zach Wilson was not number 1 overall pick. And he was a leader at BYU. He was a captain at BYU.
He was a god at BYU.
You don't even know anything about BYU football. He was a captain.
I do. I was there.
Not you, dickhead. I'm talking to Greg. I'm talking to the guy that made the tape.
Zach
he
Wilson
said,
also ate the cougar
I said,
tail.
did he say meh? Greg, that's a wild take.
It's just a take. What do you want me to do? That's literally something. I am. I'm simply telling you that I didn't think certain guys had leadership tendencies, and they shouldn't have been drafted high. I literally just named 2. And you know what?
Zach Wilson was a captain at BYU.
Okay, sorry. Certain guys are named captains doesn't mean I think they have the best leadership. They were probably like,
no, that's not
whatever. We'll pick this guy.
That's not true. That's not true.
I don't believe. I don't believe.
Shrug your shoulders and say, "I don't know. We'll pick that guy."
I don't believe Kyler Murray was a good leader. I don't believe Mitch Trubisky was a good leader.
Okay, so each team drafts 4 captains. 2 are the players, 2 are the coaches. Okay, so no matter what, you are seen as a leader, whether it's by your peers or by your coaches. That's how that works at the college level.
Thank you for the education, because I actually did not know that.
That's how they now. Some people go with 3, but traditionally it's 4: 2 defense, 2 offense.
Okay.
And it's about doing the right things in the weight room. It's about being the guy who calls the guy after he's had a bad day. I mean, like it's like you have shown something to either the coaches or your peers to earn that. So much so that they don't replace the captains when they get hurt. Think about that, right?
I mean that makes sense because Jalen Hurts I don't think he was replaced as captain at Bama. That's fair.
And he wasn't even the starter. I'm gonna drop my mic.
Good mic.
So
good.
weird.
Try to. I wouldn't drop that mic. No.
I see you as a believer in men, Greg.
No, he believes in stats. I'm the believer in men.
No, Greg has his guys.
Greg has his.
Yeah.
But they're analytical both, darlings.
Josh. No, Greg, you.
No.
Surprised me.
Yeah, it's
okay.
I also think too that. First of all, I also think that Jalen Hurts is the perfect example of your take that you always bring up about how you should always draft a quarterback every year because you never know what can happen. That's completely fair. Honestly, that's also. I was gonna say this to you like a while ago, Josh. Yeah, Josh, I was gonna say that too. It's kind of the equivalent of like teams should always draft a goalie somehow, just because you never know. Right. It's that logic.
Yeah, but Philip Gustafson, he wouldn't have been helpful.
But what I'm pointing out here is that I think teams in general pay too much attention to the physical aspects of it, and I also think that we as draft nerds get too blown up by like how guys throw the ball and how they like have pocket awareness and do all this stuff that we don't take the leadership aspect into it as the main focus.
Ready?
Go ahead.
Clelin Ferrell.
I don't even know who that is.
Great example of leadership and how it did not pan out.
But he was drafted. So he was drafted 4th overall the year we took Devin Bush. Josh,
oh, wow. Okay.
He should have been 28th to 35th. But the Raiders took him because he was a leader. And guess what? He didn't have the playing ability. Yeah. Let's do Steelers really quick. And that way we have time for the game.
Okay, hang on.
We didn't really even talk about being paid up. Justin Herbert's next. Joe Burrow's next. One of them's going to get paid. Lamar's not going to get paid. He's going to play on the tag. Okay.
Here we go. Pittsburgh's gone to the Super Bowl. Here we go.
Cheer the Steelers, black and the gold.
Here we go.
This town of Pittsburgh's heart and soul.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are not really on the clock, but who knows? Because genuinely, they've been doing a ton of shit that has surprised us all. I said when we did draft Devin Bush, which I just mentioned to you, Josh, I said that year that was the first time I'd seen the Steelers trade up with intent. This has been the least Steelers offseason I've ever seen.
Correct.
In a good way.
Correct.
Which means the draft can be somewhat BPA, Greg.
Yes, and first of all, I'm so fascinated by this draft simply for the fact that we have no clue. We're in no man's land. We're in absolute no man's land. Like, this is our first year with Omar Khan. This is our first year with Andy Weidel. This is our first year with a brand new scouting system. We have no goddamn clue what this team is looking for. Like, I saw rumors this week that they were looking to trade up to number 9 to take Jalen Carter, which I find bullshit.
I think he'll be there.
Yeah, that's interesting. Although I sent you the thing about Peter Schrager's guys who are going to be drafted higher than expected, and now I can't get the idea of Nolan Smith going top 10 out of my head, which I'm really excited if that's the case. But I look at this year's draft, and I'm very excited because I also think, in fairness, this is the same strategy that they've been doing even with Colbert. They've like gotten guys that have essentially filled needs to like give them as many diversified options as possible. It's
never
always been this logic. That's fair. Yeah. The fact that they did so much, they got so many guys for that defensive line. It's crazy. Now it's to the point where like, I honestly thought going into this draft that they were going to maybe go for Brzee. I thought they could look for Ika maybe in the second round or something like that, but there is no position outside of maybe 1 or 2 that I think they have a pressing need going into this draft. And honestly, Deke, off the top of my head, 2 positions that I think are like big needs. I don't think they'll draft them early because it depends on how the board falls, but they need a corner some sort of way because just the way that the depth is planning out that they need to get someone in there eventually. They need a corner, yes.
Maybe like a kid of a guy who's like a Steelers legend corner?
Who will most likely be taken before we get there, sadly. But yes.
Well, you just said we were trading up.
I want him, but the Commanders need corners as well. And
fuck what the Commanders need. I don't care about Josh Harris.
What's your position, Craig? Oh yeah.
I honestly.
What's Polamalu's kid's age? Is he like 12
where's he at? Yeah, I know he's at USC.
That, yeah. Something like that. Oh man, can you imagine if we had Tolofa Hufanga from the 49ers? Oh my god, that would have been like Troy 2.0. Even though they have the depth, I still think they need safety. Yeah. I have no idea who. I don't know who the other starter is next to Minka. I don't know who fits better between. Do you think Neal fits better, or is it Casey?
So for me, it's Neal because then you can put Casey in the nickel, unless we draft out, because he did play a little bit last year. So some of these things, yeah, we signed Brennan Fehoko, who is a defensive tackle from the Chargers, who did the Haka from LSU. We all love him. Yeah,
I want the Haka at a Steeler game so bad now, so bad.
Yinzers would be out there just like, hey, yeah.
Yeah,
they'd be walking down the strip, just doing this. They wouldn't know what it meant.
No, it doesn't matter.
LaRaven Clark at tackle. Zach Gentry comes back at tight end. Isaac Samola, who's the guard from Philadelphia, who we love. Eldon Roberts, linebacker. Cole Holcomb, linebacker. Larry Gunjobi comes back, who was one of my end of the year guys to bring back. DeMonte KZ re-signed, play a little safety, a little nickel. Nate Herbig, guard, swing guard, love him. Patrick Peterson, corner, definitely old, but definitely a number one corner on a number one receiver still in some circumstances, and a tremendous red line stop, which will be great against Higgins, against the Bengals. The one thing I want to bring out here is more of a list of guys we're not going to draft. Okay. So this is because of other things. One, as much as I would love to, we're not going to draft Drew Sanders out of Arkansas, the linebacker. I think
are we talking first round or are you talking in general?
At all. He's not getting drafted. Reason being that I did a little predictive mock earlier, and the Lions have a pick ahead of us in the second for the third pick we have. I think we go corner and tackle first, two, linebacker with the third, unless we're happy with Rodgers and Holcomb. So I think Jack Campbell out of Iowa is a more realistic option.
I would love him. Jack Campbell. Yes.
Other names we're not going to get. We're not going to get the top three tackles. Project Jones, Paris Johnson, Peter Skoronski, if you put him at tackle or guard. We do have a shot at Darnell Wright. I do not think, though, no matter what happens with Darnell Wright, I do not think we go after DeJuan Jones. I think DeJuan Jones is too big. We have proven we can't coach tackles, and I don't think we're a good fit for him. He's about 6'8", I think, Josh, 370 pounds or some shit. Like, dude's a mountain.
Got a huge wingspan.
Straight on, he's not getting beat. Myles Garrett around the corner would whoop his ass. So avoiding that one. And then another,
underrated. Like, I do think now that you mention it, they probably prioritize athleticism with regards to their tackles with that regard. Like,
if they're going to get right, which is a right tackle, it's Anton Harrison if we don't get right.
So, so based off of that, though, I feel like Wright is probably the play if they're going to go offensive line then in the first round then. 100%. Although it's strange. What's strange, though, is that I've been seeing Wright stuff like all over the place. I've seen him as a top 10. I've seen him like end of the first round. Like, it's just all over the damn place. Agreed. But there's a lot of teams that love him, though. And I think Will Anderson was quoted as saying that like he was the toughest guy that he played all year, which is kind of saying something if you're Will Anderson.
That tape's going to do him well. The last one I want to kind of talk about a little bit here. Just for guys that we're not going to get. There's a ton of positions left. I mean, you can go around and around on a bunch of guys that we want to kind of dive into here. I don't think we get Darnell Washington. I want him so bad. Alex Kozora tweeted that he was going to be in the building. He's 6'8" too, isn't he, Greg?
He's 6'6". He's a big
he's the 6'6" tight end from Georgia, Josh, and he is literally a lineman, but shred every ounce of fat.
No, yeah, he's the one that caught two or three touchdowns in the national championship game.
Yes. Everybody wants him. I don't think it's happening there.
To make this very clear, Georgia has a tight end named Brock Bowers, who is probably a top 10 pick next year. An elite tight end. Darnell Washington is just a freak athlete.
Can I ask?
He's not like Kyle. He's not Kyle Pitts with regards to like the athleticism perspective. But what's crazy about Darnell Washington is he's a big boy. He can block you, and he is an scary red zone threat.
So can let me propose this. So other than corner, the Steelers draft for 3 years down the line, right? That's what we've always done. We draft to be good 3 years down the line. So why the fuck would we get a tight end anyway?
Because this is one of the best tight end classes ever.
It's a deep class. We re-signed Gentry on a short deal, and as good as Freiermuth is, you never want to just have one tight end for a 2 tight end set. You want to give Kenny Pickett a nice security blanket. Plus, we run a lot of power runs, so Darnell Washington makes a lot of sense from being an extension blocker on the other end of the line. So a 2 tight end set then has 2 extra tackles on the outside.
Josh,
it's a good question.
Josh, we're not kidding. This is one of the deepest tight end classes ever. There's been talk about you could probably draft a starting tight end in the 5th round.
I like Brendan Strange. The last name.
It's crazy how good of a class this is.
Wait till Trayton Welsh goes next year, baby.
The last name we will not draft, even though the 3 of us would adore it, is John Michael Schmidt. Greg,
is it because of the fact that he's not the athletic type of center that they kind of lean towards?
Greg, I know it's because Yinzers can't sing John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. They can't do it. So there's no way we would draft him. There's no way we could get that out of our mouths.
Get some old German lager in them, and they'll figure out a way to do it.
Yeah, right. No, the reason is because they absolutely adore Mason Cole, and he was the anchor of that line last year. And they won't risk it. He has to be one of our first 3 picks. They would rather, in my opinion, they're going to use that on tackle. They're going to use it on corner, and then they're going to feel out and let BPA be that 3rd one between probably. I could still see them targeting some wide receiver. There's some inside guards there if a certain guys drop that I do like at the guard position. But I genuinely would rather have Jack Campbell than John Michael Schmidt. Like Jack Campbell at the 3rd pick than John Michael at 32 there.
Especially because
what I appreciate. Go ahead. What I appreciate about this draft, or at least what they've done previously, is first off, they realized the fact that they just had unprecedented health on the line this year. So they realized oh my God, we probably should still cover ourselves because we're probably not going to get that this year. So let's still draft guards to be able to supplant that. And what's fascinating is now there's talk about them trading James Daniels to make up for the fact that they gave him that big contract and this is a different regime altogether. I'd be fascinated if that's the case, but I don't think that's the smart play. But Josh, what were you going to say?
I liked when Derek said that they would look at a receiver because we know we're not giving Deontay Johnson the next contract, right? We don't do that. That's not what we do unless it's a Hines Ward, an Antonio Brown, a guy of that level.
A legacy contract.
There's only 3 that have ever – well, there's only 3. And I wouldn't call Juju's a legacy contract.
Sure. No, that was a prove-it contract.
Yeah, but the other side of it is we can take one much later with Allen Robinson because Allen Robinson ran – I think it was about 60% of his snaps in the slot or something like that last year.
That makes total sense.
Can I just say I'm so stunned that they did not find a soft tissue injury during the physical. I'm stunned.
Are you proud
no
of that?
hamstring, no Achilles, no ankle, nothing.
You know why?
Jeffrey here,
do you know why, Greg?
It still counts, damn it.
You know why though, Greg? Because that man knew he was coming home and he wasn't going to fuck it up. He wouldn't have even thought about it. There would have never been a conversation. But he knew he was coming home and he wanted to make sure it was right when he came back to the Berg and he's talking the 4th receiver. It's all over the fucking map.
But
throwing bombs.
There couldn't be a farther home than a guy from Detroit who went to Penn State and then plays for Pittsburgh. But that was a really good try.
If he was a whippeal kid, I'd give you more credit for this. But he was not. He was not.
Gus is from Detroit. That's basically Pittsburgh West.
Well, yeah, but
I do love going to Detroit. Actually, that's fair.
Who do we want? Let's close it off with who do we genuinely sit here and we're like, I want the Steelers to draft this guy.
Joey Porter Jr. Joey Porter Jr. Joey Porter Jr. Joey Porter Jr.
Greg?
If we're talking just first round,
yes.
I really, really want Devin Witherspoon.
Fuck you. I want
the guy going at 6 to the Lions.
I really want Devin Witherspoon. I'm sorry. I do. He's better.
Can we get a realistic option here, Greg?
For the record, I did will it into existence that he was good, and I'm glad Dre piggybacked off of that for the record, and now is all about him.
Dude,
so
Dre has been on an absolute tear of selecting both sides of the argument as his take. And I just let him go.
I mean, that's Dre, though, isn't it? Isn't that what he's good at? Like,
bro, he said that Stroud was. He said this.
Josh, I wish you could see the draft.
Greg was basically like this, and Pang was in there. He was like, this quarterback class is not that impressive, and Dre's like, I think it's super impressive. Bryce would be elite if he wasn't shorter. CJ Stroud would be great if he could be in the pocket. Anthony Richardson would be elite if he could throw the ball. Will Levis, and like I was like, so it's not. Well, he can throw the ball.
He just can't throw it on target.
He said Will Levis has the strongest arm in NFL history, and I said, well, that's not true. And he said velocity. And Ping, my smart friend, said, well, that's not what velocity means.
RPM, baby. Shout out, Ping.
But I said to him, I said, dude, he's like, yeah, Dre just takes both sides of the argument, so he's never technically wrong, but he can brag about the takes. So the only takes I like of Dre's are the ones he blogs, because the ones he blogs I can have proof of.
I love it.
That's why I preach. He's Nostradamus. Yeah,
Give
he's
me,
never right. He's never wrong.
Give me Darnell Wright, Tennessee. That's who I want in the first, because I don't think Joey Porter will be there. If Joey Porter's there, give me Joey Porter, and we'll take someone later.
Yeah, I want him to wear. I want him to wear his dad's number, even though that's not a quarterback number. I don't care.
55 at corner would be wild.
It would be wild. I don't give a flying fuck. I want it. I want it bad.
Although, low-key, I'm very hyped to see Calvin Ridley wear 0 in the NFL. I think that's fun. I'm really happy that they're doing that.
How many games I bet on?
Yeah. This is how many games I won betting on.
Yeah. What a toll bag.
I'm just glad it's not going to be the baby food color jersey. That's all I care about.
I also just we have not had the signature corner since Ryan Clark?
It depends what you mean by signature, because Joe Hayden was great.
He was good. He was very
good.
Ike Taylor was
signature for a long amount of time.
Right.
Maybe IC. Yeah, Ike Taylor and RC probably, right?
Right.
Ike Taylor was a great corner, but he will just never get the love because he was a cover guy. He had stone hands.
Yeah.
And
that's
I
all.
think
didn't pick up one.
And at the end of the day, we know that we're battling this division against Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, and we need a guy who could shut down Jamar Chase. So,
shout out Patrick Peterson.
All right. You want to play a game?
Yep.
Let's do it. All right. On the board, NFL mock draft. Guess that logo. Name a random athlete, which then we'll spin a wheel to decide which league we're going with. Best arcade games, periodic elements, and anti-draft. They are off in 3, 2, 1. I really hope that the podcast listeners enjoy this segment as much as the live watchers, because it is my favorite, where we watch little 8-bit running backs sprint across the screen. Although this may be
I don't know how the hell you found this, by the way, which is incredible.
This is all Derek.
Friends used it to decide their draft order, which I said was the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Well, now it's the most brilliant idea for a podcast.
Well, it's great for this. Dude, if my draft order was decided by this, I would
best
much
arcade
rather.
game! No, wait.
Nice.
Oh, anti-draft.
Anti-draft?
Anti-draft.
Okay.
Can
I go away so I can pee, Josh?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So the anti-draft.
Wait, the anti-draft is where you two know the draft and I don't, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. You said sure in a way that made it seem like I probably shouldn't leave, but I will be.
No, it's just that you. Yeah. Now Derek doesn't know. Okay. So what are we drafting?
Oh, I don't know. What's something that would be just wild that he would not be able to figure out?
Finnish hockey players or Scandinavian hockey players. So anybody from Sweden, Finland, or Switzerland.
Fuck, now I'm going to have to pull up a list for this. Oh, God.
Can you do it? Or
I can
pull up
a
list.
With
something better.
No. Like, that would be fun. I would also think, too, like, just... I mean, no, I was thinking like songs from a certain band, but then again, like he might pick up on that quickly.
Blink 182.
Songs from a band?
Blink 182. He will not know. You and I can go Blink 182, deep cuts for days. He won't know it.
Okay.
Can you
All
do?
right.
Can
I love
you do
this.
deep cut Blink?
I should be able to. Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Love it. All right. So we are drafting.
Oh my God.
We are drafting
Blink 182.
Blink 182 songs. Derek will not know the draft, and at the end of it, he's going to try to guess what the draft is.
I hope he picks up on it like real quickly and then just like throws us off so bad.
I don't think, and it's not a shot at Derek, but Blink 182 songs are really fucking weird.
Yes, that is very fair. I will give you that. Yeah. But yeah, we have to figure out stuff that
don't
he
pick
might
all
not
the small
get right
things.
away.
Pretty much, right?
Oh no, I'm going to Matt Skiba stuff. So don't worry. That's gonna be that's gonna be the one that'll help. What?
Yeah. I love it. No, I love it. 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 I love it.
Come on. Yeah, I'll start off with some Matt Skiba stuff to throw him off, and then it'll be good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is gonna be good. I'm excited to do this.
I know my first pick, and it's gonna confuse him right away. So this is perfect.
Good. I also have a pretty good, and it's a Josh one, so that's that'll be the fun part. He'll be like, "Well, that's just something Josh would say."
Okay. Yeah.
So that'll be good.
And it's not a dick move for picking Matt Skiba stuff, for the record. That was it was okay. It wasn't bad, for the record. It was okay. I heard them live a couple times.
But that's not Blink-182.
It is Blink-182, technically.
Before they changed the name?
They never changed the name. They were still Blink-182.
Matt Skiba. What are you talking about? You talking about the first album?
When Matt Skiba took over as the lead singer for that one.
Oh, fuck. I'm so sorry. You're talking about... Okay, yes. The later album.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
okay.
I'm
sorry. That's all. That's my fault.
Okay.
That's my fault.
It's okay. I'm telling Deke right now he can come back in. So.
Okay, cool. All right. Go for it.
All right. This is going to be wild, and I love it.
I really like this. This will be good. I'm proud of us.
To go away from the kitchen. I was just sitting in the kitchen, and as I walked, my shirt got caught on one of the drawers.
Oh no!
And it almost all came out, and I was just like, "What the?" I thought Bean was holding me back. I was really confused.
Bean's like, "No, stay with me, damn it."
Yeah, I mean, all right. I'm ready.
Okay.
All right.
I think I'm gonna get this.
Okay, so Greg, you go first. I'll go second. Derek goes third. That's the advantage to.
Do I serpentine or is it? Can
we
do?
No. We have to start from the top.
Thank you. I was gonna say I'd rather not.
Yeah, no. We have to start.
We have to start from the top. So bad.
That would have been really bad. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay. So I'm starting. My first pick is going to be San Diego.
Oh my god. I love this. Okay. All right. And Derek, we'll give you hints as we go.
Oh, you're good.
Okay. My first one is Aliens Exist.
We're not good. We're not good at all.
I said before you got back here, I was like, my first pick is just something Josh says in general. So
So San Diego.
Yeah.
And aliens exist.
Aliens exist, baby.
Aliens might have discovered it instead of the Germans.
How about this? Can I get one question before I pick that I won't ask? What is it?
Sure.
Do you guys agree with each other's picks?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Fuck.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
I'm gonna go with King Kong.
Sure, that's not it, but sure.
No, I have a ballpark in my head.
I bet you do, and I bet. Greg, you're up.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Ah, fuck you. This is great. It's a great pick. All right, Stockholm Syndrome. Got it. Cool. My next one is Josie.
Okay. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Yeah, thanks, Greg. Mine's also like my favorites, so it's like a deep.
Fair, very fair.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah. Derek.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with damn it.
Ooh. Shit. Okay. He figured it out. I think we were too easy on our second picks.
The second pick's really,
yeah,
that was a tough one.
Do you want to tell us what it is?
No, I'd like to keep going.
Okay,
I don't have it. I don't have it
okay.
formally based on. I don't know some. I know some of them. I don't know some of them.
Here's what
I'd like
tell
to
you
keep going.
is that you stole one of mine.
Okay. Okay. So it is Blink-182 songs.
Yes, it is Blink-182 songs. Well done.
San Diego. I originally thought when he said San Diego, I thought it was going to be cities that deserve an NFL team. Because you said, oh, okay, whatever. And then you said aliens exist. And I went to 2-word names or things that are conspiracies. And I was like, King Kong fits both of those.
San Diego being a conspiracy. I love it.
A whale's vagina. Great.
Whale's vagina. Damn. Good job, Deke.
Thank you.
Fucking job.
Josie, so Stockholm Syndrome stuck with the 2-word thing, but you didn't like King Kong. So Josie, I was like, I know that one.
Yeah.
Do we want to send Greg away and do another one?
Do you either that or you want to finish the draft?
Let's send Greg away and try another one.
Okay.
I like that when you're ready to guess it, you can try to. You can either ask a question or guess on your turn.
Damn. We really thought we had we were so pumped about this.
It was also a little niche for the two of you.
Oh,
like you guys obviously would pick Blink-182 songs, right?
Correct. By the way, apparently they are ripping it up in concert.
Well, they are replacing Frank Ocean, I think.
Oh, are they?
So Frank Ocean did the first one. He had his leg hurt, but he also showed up an hour and a half late to his set.
Oh, Coachella
so he's not
was
playing.
A mess. Yeah, Coachella was
Blink
a mess.
Blink is apparently taking over for him.
Yeah.
Love that.
By the way, Josh, did you see Knocked Loose apparently was one of the closers for one of the nights, and Billie Eilish was in the crowd watching them?
Who's Knocked Losers?
That's cool. It's so difficult because the age gap is so huge, but I'd be friends with Billie Eilish. She just seems like a down ass chick.
She seems dope.
By the way, my next pick was Damn It, Derek, so good job. And then
which is incredible.
And then Dump Weed. So so there you go. All right, Greg, go away and we'll text you when we're ready.
All right.
Put the AirPods down, you cheater.
Damn.
So it's gotta be
dude.
some. Thank you, man. That was so the toughest, dude. I thought at San Diego, I was like, they're gonna go NFL city teams. I don't know why. I don't know.
St. Louis, yeah.
I want something broad enough that there's just a lot of different, because the one thing about the Blink-182, as good as that was, eventually I was gonna catch on to one of the titles.
Yeah.
Right.
Types of shoes, names of shoes.
No, because what would you say? What would your first pick be there?
So I think it's funny because if you go Dunks, but then you follow it up with a random number from New Balance.
Yeah. I think that's maybe
he might. That's the tough part. We don't know, right? Because he always
and we're
talks about
drafting,
shoes.
Yeah,
right. But we never know how deep he is in it. Could you and I fool him? I don't know.
What if we did something like actors we want on our shoulders during a chicken fight?
Oh my God.
And so he knows it's actors, but he can't quite get it.
That feels like it's cheating, but
I think it's correct because we're gonna pick thinner actors that have upper. You know what I mean?
That's what you think. I squat, motherfucker.
Shows
Jason
on Amazon
Momoa,
Prime.
1-1. Let's go.
So, but it doesn't have to be that. It's just something specific is a little.
I love actors who we want on our shoulders in a chicken
actors who we want on our shoulder during a chicken fight.
All right, cool. You gonna text him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Also, the Leafs are bashing in the skulls of the Tampa Bay Lightning 6-1.
Really?
So we have a Cleveland Knicks series going on between these two powerhouses, which I'm all about.
I love it.
Yep. Okay. All right. So that's the draft. Here we go. Also, one of the ones we thought about for you was Scandinavian hockey players.
I would have guessed. I would have never gotten a Scandinavian one.
Yeah, no.
But I would have been like, all right, Sidney Crosby. And you guys have been like, no.
Not quite, yeah. Yeah, but like if we just like Philip Gustafson, even though we've said that in the show.
You could have named 15 Scandinavian hockey players.
I could have.
No chance.
Okay. Well, I guess Greg, you only have to name 10 because I would not have.
You need to name 5. That's all. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that would have been tough for me.
All right, Derek, do you want to lead off? You want me to? Okay.
I'll go first.
All right, go for it.
Adam Driver.
Wow. Okay. I love that.
Right.
I love that.
Right.
Yeah. I think I love a lot of that. You know, it's hard because I want to analyze it just in general. Like I think this is.
I want to talk to you about it.
Yeah, I know. That's a great pick,
isn't it?
This range. There's a lot of range.
There's a lot of.
That's a good. You can't really interpret that. There's a lot of range.
Yeah, okay. And he's kind of a dick, but he's kind of a nice guy, but he's kind of a dick. So
yeah, exactly.
It's the face. It's the face.
You don't know. You have no idea.
You have no idea.
You said he's a dick, but kind of a nice guy. It's literally the face.
Sid said this is so unfair. This is 2 beers deep, buddy. I got it in 2 rounds.
Fair. It's never been fair. All right, my 1-1, as I said previously, Jason Momoa.
Yeah. That's a great pick.
Yep, absolutely. I'm winning.
Plus, just cool guy.
Yeah. Oh, true.
Angry guy. Cool guy.
I mean, it's a great day. You know what I mean? It's a great day.
Either way.
Greg.
This is the best game ever.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right, off the top of my head, so
you get a question.
You're listing actors.
Yes.
You're listing actors, okay? From what I can tell, I'll guess Michael B. Jordan.
I don't think that's a bad pick.
It's not a bad pick at all. It's not a bad pick at all. It's you know, you're on the right track.
Yes.
I think there's a lot of problems with that pick, Josh, but it's not a bad pick.
I don't even think there's problems with it.
I'll explain after because I think my problems would give it somewhat.
I've seen the man in action.
Yeah, facts. I've seen Creed 1.
Yeah.
I've seen Creed 2.
I've seen Black Panther. You know?
Yeah, none of those correlate to what we're drafting.
No,
but oh my God,
Black Panther kind of does.
All right, so I'm up.
What the fuck? This is the best.
This one, Josh, I think is going to be. It's going to be a little controversial.
Ooh.
But I like where I'm at with Adam Driver.
Uh-huh.
So, you know what? I'm looking for a good day. Give me Scarlett Johansson. Give me Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
That's not fair.
Okay.
That's just like Jason Momoa that it's a good day either way. I mean,
Bag in the second, baby.
This is not fair.
Okay.
I already picked my second in my head, and now I'm rethinking this whole draft.
Oh no, I have all of mine. Yeah.
I'm rethinking this whole draft.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What an elite pick!
It's a good day, baby.
It would be an incredible day. A legendary day.
Oh my God,
man. Fuck.
I'm not gonna know this. I'm not gonna know this at all.
Give me Joe Magnolia.
Joe Manganiello?
Yeah.
Magnolia. He's a Yinzer, damn it. Yinzer.
Josh, I got a lot of questions about your draft so
far.
Listen,
here's the deal. I didn't even think about the part you just drafted. I did not think about it.
And yet you still didn't go into the
I didn't change because I'm also still having a great day.
Fair. I think, Josh, here's my thing. You got to think about where you are at in this draft. Personally,
I cannot draft Scarlett Johansson.
Well, no, I took her. Greg, you're up.
No, I can't draft Scarlett Johansson. but I could draft these guys for sure.
Facts.
Why?
He's
okay.
You got a question?
Crippled.
You get a question?
I'm so lost.
As you should be.
I don't even know. I don't even know what to ask.
No,
like,
I wouldn't imagine you would.
You can also take a guess instead of your ask.
I mean, like, I'm just saying, all I know is that you're drafting actors and actresses. That's literally about it.
Yes, correct.
That's literally it.
Are
That's
we?
literally.
Correct.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, Sid just wrote in. Wait, Josh spelled it right.
Yeah.
Did you copy paste?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
I do too. There's too many vowels.
I typed in werewolf from True Blood.
Nice. Hey, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
That's what I typed
You were scared of your own fingers.
I am.
Greg?
Oh, this is the best.
I have no clue what is going on, so I'm just gonna keep going until something doesn't fit. So I'll just say Florence Pugh.
I don't even know who Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh is a good pick.
Oh, that is a good pick.
That's a
Greg.
good. That's a much better pick in my opinion than Michael B. Jordan. But not that Michael B. Jordan was bad. That's a better pick.
Also, good.
Yelena Belova and also was Paige, so can't go wrong.
That's a good.
Or Soraya, if you will.
That was damn, Greg. Greg might win this.
I don't think he will. I got reasons against his first one. Yeah.
There's a chance
I have no clue.
There's a chance he wins. Derek, you're up for your third pick.
All right. So I need a lot coming out of this.
Black Widow is a
taken.
movie
Has
that
been
she
taken.
was in.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, she's amazing. So my problem with yours, Josh, we've discussed. My problem with Greg's is he's just not getting any sort of range at all.
No.
Like he's not, right?
No.
And so like as good as his list is, there's nothing that has to do with him. These are two very short people. So but and that's okay, Greg. That's okay. Honestly, it is.
This is as good as when you drafted The Rock the five times. Or
yeah,
6 times.
This is up there.
Yeah, this is on that level.
Since I have my reach and I have mine, I'm gonna go with the next logical pick here, guys. Adam Sandler.
Oh fuck
I mean, Josh, this is the greatest
pick.
draft ever.
It's an incredible pick.
Yeah.
It's such a good pick that I thought I had my theory here, and I thought I was dialed into it.
Yeah.
And you stole a guy that wasn't even on my board that should have been. Damn.
I got to pay the scouts a little more next season, I think.
Yeah, that's a great. Damn, that's a good one.
It's maybe more of a culture pick, but it's a pick.
No, he's a winner.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's a winner.
And he's dressed for the occasion.
To the nines, as some would say. Yeah. But like, all right. That was my 6th. I have 5 beers left officially headed into the draft. So, go me.
You'll get through that very quickly during the draft.
You got to finish that beer. We don't know if he's finishing these beers. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, trust me, my wife is pissed. She's not happy about this. Okay, I feel like I'm getting bodied here, but I feel like I need to stay true to me.
Yes.
Give me Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. If Josh picks another overly muscular man, I got questions.
Well, Ashton Kutcher not overly muscular, but also he's not muscular.
That's.
I like to work out, man. I don't know.
To me, that is a great pick. Nowhere near my radar.
Huge pick.
That's your best pick so far, in my opinion. And I love Joe Mitchell.
Wow.
Here's why.
Okay, give it to me.
I think he gives you the most success for your dual partnership.
True.
And he's a great human.
True. Okay. I feel good about that.
Yes, that was a good pick.
Greg.
Oh my God.
This is the best one.
Okay, dual partnerships. So I'm guessing like you're drafting actors or actresses and you're doing something together?
Yes, that is correct. We are doing something together.
Josh.
What?
Are we?
Yes. Don't do that. Don't do that. You got to help him.
No, but he's not asking a question. He's just saying stuff. He needs to say, "All right, my question is."
That was a
he's
great
just saying
question.
stuff.
That was a great
Okay,
question.
then he's out of questions.
Okay.
Because I'm still vague. I'm being vague about it. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're being vague past the rules on your end. We're allowed to be vague. You have to be like, okay, my question is. Because if you go and say stuff and then Josh goes, yeah, and you go, well, that wasn't my question, which you would do.
Okay, so that was your question. That was your question. We're drafting actors we would do something with.
Actors and actresses we would do something with.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
They can all be actors, Greg. Grow up.
Fair. Okay. I will guess. I don't know. I'm just thinking about this right now. Give me Brie Larson.
Greg, you're having a particular type of day, and I'm not mad at you for it.
That was a bad pick.
Well, that was a bad pick.
I think so.
Really?
Yeah. She's not well liked.
Oh.
She's not well liked.
I did not know this.
Yeah, no. So people hated her in Marvel. You don't know what it is. So, Josh, in terms of the sentiment we've turned it into, like how the day is gonna be.
Yeah.
She's probably
It's a great day.
She's probably not a bad pick for the draft, but I hear she sucks.
Oh, so it's bringing down the vibe.
Yeah, man. This thing that we're doing with these actors and actresses for the thing we're doing with them is it's different, right? I don't want to give it a proper adjective, but it's different. And I don't hate that pick. I just know that, you know.
You know what though? His first pick and his third pick. Like I feel like that's a particular type.
Hot.
Yeah, but also like
Florence Pugh in there too. I love you if you're watching.
But also like I feel like there's an elitistness to that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, other than Florence
Which is
Pugh,
wild
he's
considering
A-list.
Adam Sandler got drafted.
I'm B to C list over on my side. You're kind of like a mix of A, B, and C list.
Sid just wrote in, I hope Greg thinks it's sex because that makes Josh's way funnier.
I know it's not. I know it's not.
If it was sex, I would have drafted Michael B. Jordan. I would have taken Michael B. Jordan if it was sex. I would have.
Oh my god.
That is wow.
So
oh man.
What do you,
Greg, how
what
are
do
you
do
feeling?
if the Sandman comes up to you and is like, "Do you want to fuck?" You're like, "Yeah, absolutely."
I'm so lost. I know like very minimal at this point, so we'll just guess at this.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I'm just guessing to keep it going. I know the bare minimum. That's all I need.
Well, you got to guess eventually, but I'm with you. I am up.
Yeah.
I did Google some heights.
I bet you did.
What?
It's not looking good for some of the picks that I'd want to throw in there. But there is a name.
Not enough range.
Not enough. Not enough. But you know what? I think what would give me enough range. She's 5'10".
Ooh.
Give me Gal Gadot.
Oh. Man.
Huh.
Give me Wonder Woman.
Oof. I don't know how to feel about that because people have said that Anastasia looks like Gal Gadot. So.
Really?
Yeah. So that's kind of that makes this tough.
Interesting.
Yeah. Damn.
My thing about Gal.
Yeah.
Fit, tall.
Yep.
Seems universally loved for this
I think
fun
so.
day we're having.
I think so.
For this day we're having.
Yes.
Is she here's what I'll say, Josh. Is she a draft eligible player? Yeah. Does she deserve to be drafted top 15? Maybe not, but
Maybe
I'm confident.
not, but I understand also where you drafted it.
Yes.
Absolutely. Sid, buckle up. I'm taking Nick Offerman.
What the fuck?
He's a farm boy. He's
Hear
a
me out.
farm boy.
If you flip your 3-4 with your 1-2 in some fashion, and not shout out Joe and Janelle, shout out Jason Moe, I love them both.
I can't believe I got him at 4.
you have a world-class draft. The fact that they slipped is on me.
I'm a winner.
I had it after the second pick. I had it.
I thought after your third pick it was over.
True.
And then I was like, wait a minute.
That's a good one.
I have something.
That's a good one. Damn.
Yep.
Sid said, ha ha, ha ha ha, in all caps. Greg, you're up.
Oh, God, I'm
It
still
also
lost.
works with the sex part because he played a gay character on The Last of Us.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. I'm so lost. I'm so glad the reverse draft is a thing.
Oh, man.
What are you thinking right now, Greg?
Yeah,
like,
where are you at?
Walk us through your strategy.
I have no fucking clue. All I know is it's actors and actresses, and height apparently is a prerequisite in some way. So
it's not if you look at Nick Offerman.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not necessarily a prerequisite. I just, for my draft strategy, it's something I'm looking into.
It's something he's interested in.
Mm-hmm. So I want to have sex with tall people.
I mean, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I want to win. I want to win. I'm crushing. If we're
Fair.
actually
True.
doing
If we're actually doing this,
I'm
I only
winning.
have one. I have one legitimate draft pick. But if we,
and it's
Adam Driver.
Sandler.
Oh yeah, true. I got the double Adam combo. That's how I'll word it, Greg. If we're actually doing this,
I'm killing you guys.
This competition.
Yeah.
Gasp. Did I help Greg? I don't know. If we're actually doing this, I'm probably losing, but god damn it, I'm gonna have the best day.
You're having a great day. An incredible day. Even with the Adams, it's a good day, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe all three of us go at once, Josh. Who knows? Greg, good luck with that one, idiot.
Oh my God. This is amazing. I'm so lost, but this is amazing. I'm just gonna continue guessing here. Benedict Cumberbatch. I don't know.
Oh, bad. I think it's bad.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
Josh, why do you like it?
I love it for the reach.
Okay.
I mean, Long has also played a gay character.
So he's 3 inches shorter than my guy.
Then Driver?
He's taller. Yeah.
Okay.
Driver's he's 6'3", dude.
I believe it because he was a Marine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I like the range. I also think that he would sincerely try.
I think he's a little too old.
Ooh.
Which sounds bad drafting Sandler, but Sandler is fit for this.
Also, Sandler would. There's a
Cumberbatch is fancy.
Of commitment Sandler would have to this.
Yeah.
This.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe
Bro,
Cumberbatch wouldn't. But
Cumberbatch is too fancy for this. I think he's too fancy. I think he's too fancy for this. Which was one of my knocks on Michael B. Jordan, if we're going to get into it. Too short, too fancy.
Fair. And also on Brie.
Yes. They don't want to do this.
Nope,
they don't. They think it's childish.
Yes, exactly. I don't disagree with that.
Oh my God.
I don't disagree
All of
with
our
that.
picks, I think, would sign up in a heartbeat.
Our picks are ready to go before we are.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Florence Pugh is maybe Greg's only pick that would volunteer to do this.
Yes. Okay, that's fine.
What
that's
the
fine.
fuck?
That's fine.
I'm up for my 5th.
Yes, you are.
So in that vein, people larger would sign up to do this. All of those things aren't going to get met with this last pick.
Okay.
What?
But if it's the best day of your life,
Yeah.
Okay, go.
He's gonna be able to hold on. Give me Kevin Hart.
Oh!
He can get inside.
Man!
He's gonna hold on. It's gonna be a great day, baby.
Okay. Well,
I love it because here's the thing: we got a bunch of bulky dudes, a bunch of tall dudes, a bunch of reach. He gets into that abdominal. You know what I mean?
and he's good in a cold tub.
Good in the cold tub. And
Good in a cold tub.
so funny. I love my
funny.
team. Vibes are high.
Oh my God.
Vibes are high. And
Super high.
And so to be fair, I had a different pick here. But after your pick, it absolutely changed my pick.
Nice.
I want
That's a good
Dwayne
pick.
Johnson.
So So close. So close.
Right.
I was worried about myself. I don't know if I could help Dwayne succeed.
I'm also not sure that I can.
All of your picks, except maybe Ashton Kutcher, may kill you.
No.
You don't think?
No.
Dude, they're meaty. You're talking meaty boys,
I think
Josh.
1 in 5 would be tough, but I think
2's a meaty boy as well.
Yeah, but 2 and I are yinzers. We're fucking going in this in a different. Like he knows he knows he has a limited amount of time.
He's 6'5".
Oh my god.
He's 6'5", Josh. You're dying. You are dying.
I don't
Josh, you're
care.
dying.
If I'm literally buried to the point where I can't breathe, it's
You won't be able to
worth
breathe.
it because I'm winning.
Greg, that's all the clues we're giving you. That was a really good finish.
Oh my god.
This is the greatest draft we've ever maybe had. Other than Derek drafting The Rock.
I was going to say it's top 2.
Yeah.
And knowing those Calvin Harmon. Shout out to the Rampage movie.
Oh my god.
Greg, before you make your last pick, where you at? Where you
Yeah,
at
what do you think it is?
I have no goddamn clue.
Well, what are the notes? What are the notes? What do you have?
I don't have fucking notes. I'm just like trying to figure it out as I go. Like this.
Well,
is like,
they gotta have
I can't
reach, but
yes.
they can be a little short and thin. Josh is going to die due to the mass of his.
That's where I fell apart at, because like I was thinking muscular, but then I was like, and then you started like going in a different route, and I'm like, wait, this doesn't make sense to me.
To be fair, I doubt Greg can be a participant or a partner for anybody maybe other than Brie Larson.
That's a really good answer. Yeah,
I'm
you
just
would.
saying.
So, Greg, what we're doing here would need to be flipped
for
your team. Yes, for your team to succeed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Benedict Cumberbatch.
I think he's big too, man.
He's tall, but I don't like as far as like the weight of it.
He's 6 foot. Weighs about
6. He's only 6 foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sherlock ain't that big.
Okay. Let me try my last pick to see if this might work.
And then we'll give you 2 more clues, and then we'll guess.
Okay. Steve Carell.
He would sign up. He would sign
underrated pick.
He would sign up.
Underrated
sign
pick.
up.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how good he's gonna be at it, but that's an underrated pick.
Let's each give him a clue, Josh, on our teams, and then see if he can guess it. Do you want to go first?
No.
Okay. Greg, I will die happy under Gal Gadot.
That makes this conversation even weirder. I mean,
under Gal Gadot, I will die happy.
Wait, what's wrong with dying happy under ScarJo?
Nothing. The point is that Gal Gadot is larger, so it is harder. I will die under her. Josh?
Okay.
I will definitely die under Scarlett Johansson. I just don't think I'll die.
Fair. Okay.
After this event, my crew is going to have a great pool party. That was an incredible clue.
It was almost too much, but he's nowhere close to getting it.
Near it. That's why it was a great clue.
Wait. Okay. So dying under.
Go.
For the love of God, is it chicken fighting? Oh my God.
Michael B. Jordan's tiny, you idiot.
Yeah, you're getting crushed. You're getting crushed by me and the Fat Five. That's what
he took such a superior, I'm not doing you guys are chicken fighting in the pool. Yes, Benedict, we are.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Were you ever anywhere close to that?
No, I wasn't close.
Don't yell at us. We're trying to.
As soon as you said under, and then you say pool, I'm like, oh my fucking God.
So I was gonna say drown under Gal Gadot, but I was like, that's way too much. That's very clear. I thought your clue was good, Josh.
Thanks. Yeah, I just think I'm winning. Even if I can't, I need to keep them up for X number of time. But I'm winning.
It depends what you consider winning, brother.
I mean, it's true. I'm a
ScarJo's sitting on my shoulders. Yeah,
I'm a happy.
You're winning in life. Yeah.
So, but like Greg,
Dude, you're way more attractive than Colin Jost. Don't
Greg,
worry,
how
bud.
do you feel about your team now that you know that we're the bottom partner of a chicken fight?
Well, I'm 5'9", so
that's kind of where we're coming from when we said you were going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I could do Florence. I think I could do Steve.
You could do Bree.
I could do Bree. Ain't no way I'm doing Michael B. Jordan if he's on his Creed diet.
True.
And Benedict, he's kind of thin.
Yeah, I think you could do it.
I think you can do Benedict.
He's kind of thin. Yeah, he's kind of thin.
I mean, your team's getting bodied.
I think your last 2 picks are your best shots.
You got closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
I got thrown off. Why the hell were you picking so many muscular guys then, Josh? No offense, but like Jesus Christ.
Because I want to win.
So he's thinking guys that can shove and tussle, whereas me, I have Adam Driver who's so far away. Two girls that Gal Gadot would actually win.
Yeah, the way I'm like, yeah, the way I'm thinking it is like, okay, like it makes sense, but like you the bottom part, you gotta be able to. That's a lot of man to hold, man.
Right.
I squat, Greg. I squat. Do you squat? No. Derek.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you say it, but like that's like Dre saying he did a mock. Like, is it good though? Like,
so here's what I'll tell you. I could comfortably squat 315 right now. Do you think any of those guys are over 315?
No, but I don't think you also have to squat.
Nick Hoffman on a bad day, maybe.
I need a video. Okay, so listen, Josh. Congratulations on getting close to the beer thing. I need a video of you squatting 315.
Oh. Like tomorrow? Like when do you want?
Whenever.
I think you said tomorrow, right?
Okay, great. Done.
Okay.
Easy.
I will take one also.
Easy. What, of you squatting 315?
I got to do the math on the plates.
It's 3 plates on each side, buddy.
I don't know if my gym has it, but I'll try.
There's not enough plates at the gym. Not enough plates at the gym.
To 35. Okay, we can.
His gym ain't one of those gyms, bud.
Are you gonna LeBron squat it, or are you gonna actually squat it?
I'm just gonna try to touch my cheeks to the ground, and when I can't anymore, I stand up.
No, that's a bad move.
That's not a squat, bud.
No, that is a squat. He's right. As far as
wait, all the way to the ground is a squat.
It's not what you're supposed to do, Greg. I'm on a Smith machine, Josh. So.
Well, you can't be on it. Wait, are we doing it on a Smith machine, or are we doing?
That's all I have.
Okay, so we're doing 315 on a Smith machine.
Sure.
Oh my God! All right, cake done.
I'll take that bet.
Okay.
So Greg drinks 25 beers either way.
I will drink 25 beers easily. No, I'll drink 25 beers in one weekend next weekend.
Let's save it, Josh. Save it. For after the draft, I'll have Greg record me next Friday morning.
Okay.
So that you know what I mean. So
while we're hungover on Montucket cold snack.
While we're hungover and we ate all the Smith and Lentz pizza, Greg and I will spend the morning, go down to my gym, and we will record it.
Greg, that was the most East Coast way you could have pronounced Montucky cold snack.
I don't know what the fuck it's pronounced. All I know is I'm gonna. I thought it was Montucket cold snack. Is that what it was?
Montucky
cold snack.
A Montuck.
A Montuck. Okay, got it.
Montuck cold snack.
Oh, they call it Montuck in Nashville? It's just cold snack here.
Well, we do Montuck, Tucky, or cold snack. Like, not in a weird way. I just be like, yeah, give me a tuck. Give me a tuck.
Okay.
Cool. All of them are wrong.
I feel like if you ask someone to give me a tucky, you might get punched in the face in Pittsburgh.
Or a hand job. Who knows?
If you ask Adam Sandler to give you a tucky, it's going to be a weird situation in the pool.
I would love to ask forward for you to give me a tucky. Just saying.
Okay,
that's
ladies and gentlemen, this has
my
been 2 beers deep. We will see you guys next week for the draft extravaganza. Greg, you horny little high
extravaganza. My flight comes in Wednesday night. Just saying.
Deal.
Yeah.
Say goodnight, Derek.
No.